And right now, Lonyoy really deciding things over, talking to each other, as you can see on the right-hand side of the stage. Trying to discuss what the ban will be. What will they go around? Oh, there's already a very tanky Medusa. Well, tanky with the mana shield. Without the mana shield, she's relatively squishy, but does have that stone gaze, which is something to always be careful about. They've gone for the Storm Spirit ban, Lonyoy. Storm Spirit has received some slight nerfs, whereby it costs a little bit more mana for him to jump with the ultimate, the Ball Lightning. Devil Wings taking the Slaughter out of the picture, banning him out. Now Lonyoy for the 4th ban. As things stands right now, well, they're looking to ban strong team fight heroes. Void, Tinker, Storm Spirit and the Bat Rider. Very interesting bans. Not sure how it fits up into Devil Wings lineups, but right now it is the turn for Devil Wings. Onto the 4th ban, and they will take that Invoker out, so removes the possibility of a Tornado EMP, getting rid of all the mana out of the Medusa's mana shield.
Radiant team pick.
Centaur Warrunner being picked up by Lonyoy Gaming. First time we're seeing him in the Miri Esports League tournament. That Stampede for all allied heroes, 4 seconds with bonus movement speed, as well as
10 seconds remaining.
some damage reduction. Each enemy can be trampled
5
once.
seconds remaining.
Let's see how it goes in. Centaur Warrunner more than likely into that off lane, seeing that the Slaughter has been taken out. And right now Devil's Wing, it's their turn right now for the 3rd pickup. Likely will be a support hero. Do they want to supplement that Medusa even more, provide even more auras for her, just to pump up that damage a little bit more? But as things stands, Medusa, Vengeful Spirit, 2 range heroes, 3 range heroes now, with the Huskar pickup coming out from Devil's Wings. We saw how effective a Huskar can be with Armlet toggling and immediately countering that up with the Ancient Apparition, so no regen coming in from the inner vitality of Huskar. Should that Ice Blast hit, and it probably will be easy to hit. Huskar, of course, will have that life break jumping forward.
10 seconds remaining.
I expected a support pickup, and there it is. The support does come out in form of the Dazzle. So we're getting a Dazzle Huskar combination with the apparition, with the Ancient Apparition. So Frostbite lasts 8, 9, 10 seconds. Grave lasts 5 seconds. So the timing of the Grave onto the Huskar has to be ideal if the Ice Blast hits onto the Huskar. I think the Dazzle will be babysitting on that Huskar. Sort of a broken combination in these 2 heroes, but let's see how it goes with the next ban coming out from Lonyoy. The final ban will be likely on a off-laner. A Timbersaw still in the pool. Darkseer as well, still available to be picked up. And they will remove the offlaner, but it will be the Tide Hunter that is the target of the ban. And right now, Devil Wings, they will likely ban a mid-hero. We've seen Templar Assassins, but we've also seen Templar Assassins that fail.
Radiant team pick.
They've gone for the Axe ban. Not wanting the Axe pickup from Lonyoy to go through that shallow grave of the Dazzle. But should Lonyoy pick up Axe, I'm not too sure how they will lane it. Not too sure which will be the mid-hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Now Devil Wings will be picking up their off-laner.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Taking a fair bit of time right now, Devil Wings, for their final pickup. About 1 minute 20 into reserve time. They could run that Huskar mid as well. Or the Medusa, either way. One can be interchanged with the other. The Dazzle will likely be roaming around as a defensive support. Vengeful Spirit as the offensive support. Does of course have that swapped, there's an initiation or to save a teammate. Oh, they've actually gone for the Weaver offlaner, so that's 3 cores, all heavy hitting, all right clickers, very little magic damage on the side of Devil Wings. Whereas on Lonyoy, Purifying Flames, deceptively painful, and they'll go for the Outworld Devourer mid. This is very exciting, as Bizzle will pick that up. Team fight oriented, I think that unless Devil Wings can get that Weaver into the back lines of the support, Lonyoy Gaming should have an advantage after the Stone Gaze has been cast. So it really depends on how that Weaver is able to position himself. He's able to just wreak havoc if he's able to get in close to the Drow Ranger as well as the Oracle in the back line. Centaur Warrunner will obviously be in the forefront of things, looking to reflect as much damage as he can. Outworld Devourer possibly going to be looking to build into some tanky items. Shiva's Guard as well, that will be the dream for her. Right now, Misset will be onto the Huskar, Breezy on the Vengeful Spirit, Tom Yum onto that Dazzle, Macabre onto the Medusa, and last but not least, Chocos on that offlane Weaver, and they're making their way right over to the top rune, so we could be seeing a clash right now as WSS plays that Drow Ranger straight forward onto the Ancient Apparition, and it's a quick pause coming in. It's Smokey is on that Centaur Warrunner. Last but not least, Bizzle on the Outworld Devourer. Oh, we also have Taicho, Captain and Drafter, playing the Oracle. There you go, looks like they're ready to resume. As we head straight into this match, Lonyoy Gaming with a smoke of their own coming in right now, but it looks like on the other side as well, another smoke from Devil's Wings, and they're trying to look to invade the Radiant jungle right now. Mad pings coming back and forth right now. Oracle spinning out where they think that they will be. This will be very interesting. The wraparound coming right now from Devil's Wings. That's a level 1 fight. Let's see how good they can pull it off. Drow Ranger very squishy. Vengeful Spirit leading the way, of course, does have that Magic Missile. Smoke will pop right now. Who they go on? It looks like it's the Ancient Apparition. Burning Spears, Magic Missile as well coming in. Fortune's End coming in from the Oracle, but already the Mystic Snake coming up, bringing the damage onto straightforward. Very, very low. Burning Spears still on him, but it doesn't have enough stacks to kill. And that's the end of the engagement. It was 5v4 as the Centaur Warren is at the bottom lane, bottom rune. That will end the aggression as Chocos just going for a bit more scouting. It's a very interesting ward placement right there from the Dire team. So we hit the 10-second mark. Creeps are starting to walk their ways towards each other, and we're seeing the lane settle down. Chocos into that off lane. We've got the Medusa on the mid lane, and of course we do have that Huskar Dazzler combination on the safe lane. Whereas over the side of the Dire team, the Outworld Devourer will be mid with the Smokey onto that Centaur Warrunner on the off lane. As well predicted, looks like it's going to be a defensive tri-lane coming out here from Lonyoy Gaming. Early levels in the Chilling Touch. Trying to see if they can cause as much damage as they can. And Chocos will have, there you go, that's the Sikuchi coming out from Chocos, so able to come out of any aggression from that. We'll have to tango up though, as we're looking over the bottom lane. Centaur Warrunner very tanky. Level 1 does have 680 HP compared to the 520 of the Dazzle. So he's able to play a bit more aggressive even though he doesn't really have an escape mechanism like the Weaver. Mid lane, the two farm heroes will both be considered core heroes and will be very essential to each other's late game plans. Let's see how they're able to handle it. In terms of last hits and denials, Huskar up ahead 6 for 3, And over in this mid lane, the Outward Devourer does have the slight edge, 2 additional creeps compared to the Medusa. But all in all, it will be a very passive game, as there's unlikely to be any movement from the supports, as they just look to secure the farms on their hard carries. And the lane pushing slightly right now for the Radiant. Missing last hits under their own tower, so WSS not being able to utilize the safety of that. They spot the pull being done by the Weaver, and Taicho will cop some damage coming in from the Geminate attack. It will mean that WSS does have at least a creep wave to farm on. Looks like they're going to ping on him, trying to go for some aggression, just force him out of the lane, force him out of the XP range, but Weaver does have that Tsukuchi just to back out of things in case things get a little bit too dicey.
Middle is missing.
Some good vision coming out right now for the Dire team. They've got some unorthodox wards in really weird places, so places that you don't really expect to be able to be dewarded. So really well played by them. They've done their homework on this.
Denied.
If there was a kill that were to happen, it will be more of an extension of the offlaners rather than a rotation of the supports, as it looks like both supports on both sides are more than happy to just continue with the pull and pull throughs just to make sure to deny some of the experience of the offlaner, get the lane pushing inwards again, just so it's a bit more safe for the hard carry to farm. And we're seeing this mirrored on the top as well as the bottom lane, as it looks like the Huskar will be last hitting under his own tower just a little bit, so it will be a bit more challenging considering he does have not the best damage right now at this stage. And in fact, you see, we'll miss a majority of the last hits. We'll actually get one finally. Once again, Choco's trying to pull through, but Taicho again copying the damage from the Geminate attack. A cold feed coming in from straight forward will mean that Chocos has to be careful, will not Tsukuchi forward. Doesn't know if they've got any detection, and it looks like the pull will sort of be successful. It brings the creep wave under his own tower, so the Weaver is able to farm a bit more safely. Will hit his level 4 with this. Mid lane, nothing has changed much as the Outward Devourer, and as I say that, it is an overextension of Centaur. As how many stacks of... Nope, unable to see how many stacks, but it does look like there were a lot of stacks of Burning Spears on him considering the low HP of the Huskar. So Centaur Warrunner being the first casualty of this game, perhaps playing a little bit too aggressive over on that bottom lane. There is some observer wards here, so they do have good vision of anyone teleporting in, and with that they do see the Oracle as well. Taicho himself has got to be careful. Interesting that there was no TP reactions coming in, considering that the Huskar possibly burned him slowly down. Doesn't even have the life break just yet. Macab copping some right ethics coming in from Bizzle, and will pop that mana shield just to negate some of the damage. Other than that singular kill, it's been really passive as of now. WSS being brought down really low, has to be careful. The Weaver can be deceptively full of damage, especially with the Geminate attack hitting twice. And Jaw Ranger not really the tankiest of heroes. Chocos, is he going to try for this? And WSS wisely moving back as soon as the Tsukuchi has been popped. Bizzle, brought down low with that Mystic Snake. As Macab just refills up his mana again, able to get the mana from the range creep as well as the Outworld Devourer. No more regen, interestingly, for WSS, nor is he shipping himself anything, unless it could be on the courier. He is stripping himself a salve, so that will sort out his regeneration issues. Misset once again with his burning spears, so this is how the kill probably happened earlier on. Just getting those stacks of burning spears onto the Centaur War Runner. Armlet almost completed. As the Jaw Ranger does fall to the Weaver. Very interesting, considering that the Jaw Ranger does know the Weaver has Gemini attack and Sakuchi. We saw it earlier how he just went back as soon as Sakuchi was popped, but being caught off guard right there, even though there was an observer ward that was helping him out. So again, most of the deaths here are coming from misplays, from overextensions of the heroes rather than proper team fights. And right now it looks like straightforward will be the next one to fall. Let's see if he will die from this. Gus as well, preventing the Sakuchi from coming in. Thus being popped. Chokos will have the Fortune's End on him, but that's going to be the end of it as he pops a Fairy Fire. You can see he is able to go face to face with the Jaw Ranger right now. Does have the Ring of Basilisk as well. Bottom tier 1 tower will fall. No TP defense coming in. And looks like Devil Wings will get this one for free. The last hit does go to the Vengeful Spirit. Very slow game, slow paced game. No real team fights just yet. Just looking to secure some farm. Well, they're pinging the Weaver out, so let's see if there's anything to come out from this right now. Taicho is there, but they do spot the fact that Breezy has rotated in. And rightfully they'll be playing very, very carefully. WSS playing right under his own tower. And so in the bottom lane, will there be a dive coming in? No. He will in fact just stay around the creep. Just look to secure some more last hits for himself. Pings coming out left, right and center. Wrap around coming in straight forward as well as Taicho. Fortune's End coming onto Chokos as well. He will Sukuchi out of this right now. Does being popped, but it's a little bit too fast, so I don't think they spot him. Magic Missile finally coming out, but Breezy himself quite tanky. The WSS will look to fall from it, but that's a perfect play coming there from Taicho. Brought down regular, but Chokos will look to dive this. He is level 6, so he's able to time this out. We'll get the Fortune's End of him. Misset also TPing in, so he's right here as well. WSS will be the first one to fall. Swarm coming out straight forward, as well as Taicho will fall from this. Weaver with a double kill right now, but they're all really low. Bizzle tipping in with no real HP, and right now he'll be the next one to fall. Weaver gets a kill on him, and finally a triple kill. Coming up from Chokos, it's a 4-0. The armlet on the Huskar there. Interesting that the Outworld Devourer decided to TP in, even though he didn't have enough HP. Really well played there by Devil's Wing. Lonyoy Gaming, a slight misplay there. Miscalculation of sorts. 6-0 right now the score. And Ancient Apparition, 10 minutes into the game, still does not have his ultimate.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It does look like Devil's Wing. I'm more than happy to just take the objectives and not overextend. We've seen mistakes being punished before, and they will rightfully play safe. Lonyoy Gaming yet to even get a kill on board. So whenever it comes, it still will be up to the Centaur War Runner, who has to make things happen right now. He's got to be the pivot of the team. Able to find those stuns and double edge, but instead, doesn't have any skills into double edge just yet, so perhaps be looking to come into the jungle just to try to find a bit more experience, a bit more gold, trying to squeeze out every last drop. Devil Wings in a more comfortable position right now compared to Lonyoy Gaming. They're going to push it over onto this mid tier 1 tower. They've got the Huskar right behind him, so he's more than capable of Weave coming in. As mentioned, they've got the Huskar coming in from the Dire jungle, making his way over here with Choko, so he'll be looking to try to see if he can cut between these two towers and see who they can spot. It will be Bizzle. Will he go for the Seth Astral? Life break, just in time. Stun as well, hits the air. Gus pushing them forward, back at the Stone Gaze, finally coming in. Stampede has to be committed right now. Bizzle is in a lot of trouble. WSS, what are you doing? He actually falls to that. He was supposed to go back, instead he went forward, possibly a misclick. And right now the Outworld Devourer will be the next one to fall. One more right click as the Weaver in the back line gets another kill, making it a mega kill streak for him, and that's going to be Tier 1 tower secured 9 for 0 right now as we hit 11 minutes into the game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
A little bit of a misplay there by Lonyo Gaming, considering after the Stone Gaze and the Stampede was popped. Should have just gone back straight to the fountain. Instead, Medusa deciding to have a small trip up here with the Draw Ranger, interestingly deciding to come here as well.
Dire's middle tower
Should
has
have just
fallen.
gone straight back, sacrifice whoever was necessary, try to regroup and reorganize the defense for the high ground push. Weaver getting closer and closer to the Lincoln Sphere. Vengeful Spirit will have the Medallion of Courage already completed, so additional minus armor coming in together with the Swarm. And right now Huskar will have that Helm of Dominator, but unless I'm mistaken, has not dominated a creep yet. So no stacks coming in. And the Dire team is trying to make sure they have no vision of the Radiant team over in the secret shop area, but it is in the wrong position.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But with that, they're confident enough right now to go for a smoke, and let's see how the initiation will come in. They go for the scan, and just in time, the Dazzle goes for the weave, so the armor will be climbing up right now. Let's look how much it is. 17, 18, 19, so not really a good time to engage right now. They got to wait until it's over. Observer Ward being planted left and right. They will spot the Oracle there. Wave of Terror coming in, as Chokos will go for the Swarm, being pushed back by the Gust. On the high ground right now, it looks like the Die team will disengage. A very wise idea. Just let the tower fall. No point dying to defend it. The Medusa with 2.4k
Dire's
gold.
bottom tower is under attack.
I'm looking at the net worth. It is a very sorry sight
Dire's
indeed.
bottom tower has fallen.
Close to 7,500 in terms of EXP, and in terms of net worth, it's almost 14,000. So all these advantages from taking all the tier 1 towers, tier 2 towers, and of course that tier 3, that is all that's remaining, has given a very big boost of gold over on the side of Devil's Wing. Once again, Lonyois yet to get a kill. Oh, and we see an Ice Blast coming in just in time. Oh. Doesn't get the last hit, but instead will cause a little bit of annoyance onto that Huskar. No problems though, level 1 Ice Blast, nothing to worry about. Will have its Inner Vitality up and soon. As Medusa will have her ultimate orb already completed. Possibly looking to build into an Eye of Skadi, possibly also a Manta style depending, but usually we'll see them build into Eye of Skadi. Just for the additional stats as well as the tankiness. Now, it looks like Devil's Wings are ready to push forward onto this bottom tier 3 tower.
Radiant's top tower is under
Swarm
attack.
coming out, getting some vision, and Chokos. As well as Missile Swap coming in onto Taicho, Magic Missile as well. The Oracle will just explode, Stone Gaze coming in as well. WSS is being caught in it and will be petrified. And with that, he will fall. So 2 heroes down, Chokos once more, he's getting aggressive. Sukuchi forward, Bizzle will look to fall from this as well. There's just so much damage coming in, but a good stun coming in right there. So Chokos being caught off guard.
Under attack.
But we'll have that time lapse anyway, and that's gonna be a free lane of Rax.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top
Lonyoy
tower
getting
is under
picked off
attack.
right there. The Oracle a bit too far forward. As a result, not being able to save the Draw Ranger right now. Let's see what they want to do with this. Taicho once again coming up forward. Fortune's down to Chokos, who's been stuck. Does being pop as well. Smokey with the stun. Gets hit onto the Weaver, who's in the tree lines. And right now, Breeze is being caught by the cold feet, coming in Bizzle, but there's no real damage on the side. Goes to the ultimate, finally will get the kill. It's WSS will actually fall. It's Smithson comes in with the life break as well as the armlet toggles. They're all low right now with the Swarm all stuck on there, and they will not be able to do anything. As Objective Gaming coming out from Devil's Wings gets the Rax, and actually Huskar will die to the Ancient Apparition, ending a dominating streak. So that's about 1,000 gold in the pockets of the Ancient Apparition. He'll be happy about that. Picks up the Windlace, has 800 gold to boot. They did lose their Rax though, but all is not lost just yet. Finally, you're getting 2 kills on the board, making it 12-2 now, 16 minutes into the game. Weaver ever closer to the Lincoln Sphere, and as I say that, actually gets it. Courier sends it to him. 4 staff completed on the Dazzle. Power Treads finally on the Huskar. Does have the Dragon Lance as well for additional range to face up against this Outworld Devourer, but oh gee, no real damage just yet. Just drums as well as a Null Talisman, even just normal brown boots. Not being able to be the damage dealer that is required of his team. Of course, not to forget that Stone Gaze is very annoying to play against. Perhaps the beginnings of a BKB coming up from the Huskar with the pickup of that Ogre Axe. And they will look to try to secure the racks over in the top lane. Pink's coming out, so I'm trying to see if there's anything there. Nope. We'll actually just plop down an Observer Ward and head back out. Try to defend on the high ground. They know the lane's pushing in, coming soon anyway. Gives a bit more time for Smokey to farm up. Will they get his Blink Dagger soon? No. Really close, about 700 gold away. Dazzle able to stand further back this time. Does have the 4 staff in case of anything. So he will just 4 staff himself forward in grave or even help a teammate out of a situation. Right now, Lonyoy Gaming. How will they approach this defense? Medusa and Huskar can just go forward and right click on it. There you go. That's the weave. Armor building up on them slowly and surely. Fortune's incoming, so it should dispel. And there you go. Oh, surprisingly, no. I thought it would dispel it. But apparently not all debuffs will end, and there you go, that's the Fortune Sand coming now. Outworld Devourer trying his best to pull over the creep wave. Taicho coming in forward. Doing his best to harass the Huskar as much as he can, but there's very little that he can do. Huskar just standing up to the front lines right now. Just being able to hit him, they're picking him out, they want to try to do something. Life Break coming up forward, final the Oracle immediately being baited into the ultimate Stampede as well. They should look to disengage. Swap coming out into Missa, but he wants more, he wants to move forward. Oracle will finally fall. And they're being caught in the Stone Gaze right now. One more right click coming in onto Smokey. Yes, Smokey will fall. 2 for nothing. Double kill for the Huskar right now. And Macab able to pick up the straightforward. As one last right click will fall him. Jerkos will secure the kill. 3 heroes down. That's another lane of racks right now for Devil's Wing. 15 for 2. 18 minutes into the game. Lonyoy Gaming falling apart at the seams right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Devil's Wing playing really well in this game.
Dire's middle tower.
Punishing all the aggressiveness, all the missed positions coming out from Lonyoy Gaming. Look at that, Taicho again being caught off guard by the Swarm. The Gust does come out to save him though, but that will be Mega Creeps right now as the final lane of Rax is being taken by Devil's Wing. And there you go, Ice Blast coming in, will hit onto the Medusa, but she won't worry too much about it as it looks like the Weaver trying to be aggressive right now. Just trying to play around right now, and looks coming in with the Sakuchi. Live Break coming out straight from Taicho. False Promise to keep him alive. Missa with a Shallow Grave. That's the combination that we're looking for. Self-Astral Imprisonment from the Outer Devourer, but she will still die. Smokey next of all, killing spree right now for the Huskar. WSS will follow suit as well, and there you go. Wicked Sick for the Weaver. Killing spree, and finally straightforward calls it. Lonyoy Gaming call GG. Kycer, over to you.
Radiant.
Where? Where's the bracket?
too well. Sorry? Who against who? Oi, you get a buy. Huh? I thought you get a buy. Yang belum kau lagi ya? I was told by Kycer lah, he didn't tell you no information belligerent gaming I guess. Belligerent. Okay, guys. What? Seriously? Then you don't need to play the game.
do something like this or not? The interview with the teams and all that.
No lah.
Why? Nobody want to do it.
Oh no.
So sad
That
lah.
one also same thing lah. Committee big also only 4 or 5 people do work.
Sad lah like this. But I'm very committed in this. That's what I do. Marty also want to.
They should just like simple profile.
Simple.
Yeah.
It's just like after the game, you just look for them, talk a bit. It's less than a minute. You just questions don't even need to prepare actually.
You never know when one of them will make it big.
Yeah, exactly. And this actually, if people do this, it's part of your profile already.
Yeah.
I want to do watch. I want to cry.
Can one. Don't worry.
No, anyway, the dream is there already.
Yeah. So to chase it only.
Yep. Like yours, you want to commentate TI6.
TI 9 lah. 9 maybe. Give me a few more years.
No, the next TI. No, why not? Let's look for the TI game.
Yeah.
We dream lah. I don't want to commentate. I want to play. But not Dota anymore. I am totally out of Dota.
The rest too far ahead or?
It's not too far ahead. That's the problem. It's the time we need to spend to get there.
Sure so?
Because I'm married. I have a kid.
Restricting lah.
Oh no, interview. Huh? Yeah, here. Already here. 等下我finish 这个 video 先。Okay. Video finish 了，我 send 给他了，他们 start 了，我就 interview 了。
I wait for so long also.
Looking for you. I asked for interview for 2 months, 2 weeks already. Nobody show up. Huh?
You go fish for
When the little one beside says, I come, I need you, you run and fly. You swim through the sea and somebody says,
Which little one?
Huh?
Which little one? Cat also call him out. Yeah, he will go over the sea for cat one.
You see the face?
If cat asks you to take SPF for him also, he'll go on.
No, that one will not. He'll talk to the minister and say, freaking us bastard.
The finals, 10 o'clock. You'll shoot the quarters.
Check the bottle.
Maybe tomorrow can buy again.
Who told you guys so famous? Steve just told me that one of the family members died. We know we changed the name, but the face is hard to change, right? when everybody see the post in the Miri community, everybody tell your face only. But anyway, after I'm done with this, I'll send the video to him first, then we'll do the interview in the back there. It's short interview, just 5 questions. How you team form, blah blah blah, how long you play Dota already, what you think is, what roles are you guys playing? And basically, what's the strong point of your team? What's how
Going fishing.
Fishing.
Fine monkey king.
Then the final one, I don't think it's applicable to you because it's just a team motto. Because you guys just rebranded your name, so not very sure if you guys have a team motto yet. For the win.
Which side is otaku? That side.
Yeah, otaku, that's like this. Okay.
Fox, huh?
Yeah. This team a bit cute lah.
Which one?
Okay, maybe. Tell me to do bahasa Iban, bahasa Kedaya.
Interview.
You have the interview. You cannot go home yet until BQ.
What's your strongest point? Venomancer.
Hey, don't spoil it for the people, man.
I put your profile up on the inside. Really, like people waiting game like this, right? I just go here, I click here. Oh yo, open that straight away.
Oh yo!
This is your account, it's it.
We
How now? Interview lah. After this game.
about 9:30. So him only The highest two MMR. The legends. two scary bastards. Easier than pisan one. It's not critical thinking, for goodness sake lah. It's more like a history lesson. I'm just asking about historical stuff, like things you already done already. Nothing big. It's not like, oh, what are you planning next? No, you run away from me. Maybe there. Yeah, it depends. It really depends. 30 seconds of big time. No. Why do you give 30 seconds? If you want to make 2 seconds enough. 2 seconds. If they pick longer than 2 seconds, DQ. The bad hammer comes. Huh? Yeah. Now you're dreaming of the chair, not even there yet. Walao eh. The cockiness in your face now, man. You will have the new ones in the boxes. These are for sale actually. For sale. I already bought one. Yeah.
You know the keyboard?
Huh?
The function of the keyboard? How to disable alternate?
I have no idea.
But your answer must be. Very good, right? This answer. There is nothing positive and maybe positive mentality. Motor there is
It's a mechanical keyboard. You get just custom.
yeah, motor is our main.
So you guys starting to grind that in now already or not? Why? Probably you bully me. Over lah. Especially the Jerry talking lah. Ah. So cutting Jerry was alright? Yep. Okay.
One question. Cutting you winning also, right?
Wrong!
Hey,
Is letting him play a bit or not?
Red Bull. Choose the biggest one. Engineering. Then better to go to the tournament and confirm me out.
Don't talk about that money.
You never know. I saw the notification of this one.
Once upon a time, I won something and never got. I hope it's not that case, but it's not small money, man. I highly doubt they won't. It takes time. The government takes years sometimes. My father was contract with the government. It takes 2 years for him to pay money.
No shoes out. How many times you win this one? How many times you win vision? Yeah.
You sure or not? Yeah, right.
Right?
Ricky is always good. What are you talking about? It censors you. it worked for the first 10 minutes, then it instant disqualified. If they look up what? Yeah. Honestly, I don't think anyone will ever work out. Yeah. You can see the way they play. Oh. Highly doubted. We have to find out because after all these games, then we have to redo everything. You told me that one game, but I didn't know they were free. Because who's winning next, we don't know yet. Hey, you guys got eat burger on or not? No. So possibility you'll be going against one time. That's weird. One time possibility of fight. This is identity. Where's one time from? Where's one time from? Kuching, I think. Singapore team says me. This is right. Just not bully you. Bully you count out. There's TV. No. Check out. The one that is will be a challenge for you guys will be Devil Wings. I think it's like it's Angel Genius Devil Wings Seismic X will be a challenge because Angel Genius is one of the upper tiers. Devil Wings was
I don't know that. Like, I don't know where to find it.
like you see your history they usually come back again.
My history?
These are my friends.
Where?
Mike, when we started playing
Seismic X. Do you know any of them? Like name?
maybe only one maybe but one time maybe
Any of them show MMA?
no.
Possible someone strong because all the strong people is Ramos and them.
Singapore Troop, and then this is Singapore. Is it tier 2.5? Angel Genius is Malangka strong also.
5 minutes DOT.
Soccer hardcore. Why you act so shy in front of Messi? Don't pretend lah, hero.
represent for hard support for Shinshio Taku.
I'm Uzi. I'm hard support in the team of Shinshio Taku, and I'm ready for this tournament.
I am MOTG, Captain, I'm ready for this tournament.
I'm Lunatic. I'm lane of laner for Shinshio Taku.
So, how did your team actually started out?
We started with friends and I'm here. Most of the time we play together.
So basically, it's a bunch of friends that said, "Hey, let's do this together."
Yeah.
You got that synergy and you can work together.
First fight random. Lastly, it's midnight.
Very, very.
It's just got the chemistry and then click together and we form a team together
That is awesome.
and then got tournament. So we just give it a shot. We just win.
Okay, so what do you think is the gist, the very thing that makes your team amazing?
That never die attitude. That never give up, never die attitude.
So you never give up no matter what. So this,
How the situation is, we never give up.
the comeback is real.
That's real.
So right now, let's see. I probably guessed it already. So what is your team motto?
I think we never give up. Yeah.
Okay, let's say it together. 1, 2, 3.
Never give up.
Thank you very much, Kycer. And now we are right into it with Shinshio Taku on the Radiant side as well as the first pick. And over on the side of the Dire is Fox Gaming. And captain of Shinshio Taku is Marshmallow, your soul. Something, I'm not sure what it says behind there. Well, captain of Fox Gaming will be Kuro de Taka. First ban being onto that silencer by Shinshio Taku, removing out Notron.
10 seconds remaining.
We've seen the global silence come into play into the previous games today,
5 seconds
into great
remaining.
effect, just really disrupting the games. Looks like Fox will respond with a ban straight onto that Ancient Apparition, possibly going to look for a heavy team fight lineup as well as a lot of regen coming in. Ancient Apparition, of course, useful against the Huskar, which we've seen a multiple number of times today. Shinshio Taku removing out that Bounty Hunter, recently received a slight nerf in terms of the trap gold received for himself. As right now, Fox Gaming will go for the second ban, discussing among themselves what they want to remove.
5 seconds remaining.
And they've decided to ban the Kunkka.
Radiant team pick.
Very, very interesting indeed. Looking to remove out that mid hero. Also can be played as support as we saw earlier this morning. And right now the first pickup from Shinshio Taku will be onto the Demon Witch, the Lion, the Impale, Hex, Mana Drain, as well as Finger. They're the signature support hero, so to speak. Once he gets his Blink Dagger up and running, he's able to cause so much havoc, blinking in and out for initiations. The range of Hex, of course, very, very respectable. As a response, Fox Gaming have decided to go through the route of the Ogre Magi, being their first pick. Very tanky hero, as well as in addition to the Ignite, which just slows you down for up to 26%, not to forget the damage over time that causes it.
5 seconds remaining.
Two strong supports now being picked up by both teams. Let's see how Fox decides to follow it. They will follow it with another support, and this is in the form of the Dazzle. So picking the Dazzle and banning out the Ancient Apparition, sort of maybe signaling that they're looking to go for the Huskar. As Shinshio Taku will be picking up that Tide Hunter as a second pick off laner. Good team fight control, good counter initiation, Let's hope this Tidehunter goes for Kraken Shell instead.
10 seconds remaining.
Very interesting ban right now from Fox Gaming, taking the Lich out. So the Lich able to provide some sort of sustenance in the form of frost armor, also can control the creeps really well, able to sacrifice his own creep in exchange for mana. And Shinji Otaku perhaps reading into the Ancient Apparition ban as well as the Dazzle pickup, looking to ban out the Huskar, removing the relatively overpowered combination of the Huskar Dazzle. Right now, it looks like Fox Gaming over onto that Dire side with the Dire advantage on the Roshan have removed the Juggernaut. So restricting the remaining carries not just for Shinji Otaku but also they've got to remember they only have 2 supports picked up right now, keeping the cards really close to the chest, not revealing their game.
Dire team pick.
Faceless Void will be the ban from Shinji Otaku, as is proven a very popular ban in this tournament. I think it's a 90% ban rate. Haven't really seen him. And right now, Spirit Breaker being picked up there from Fox Gaming. We'll need some aggressive wards. No Beastmaster this time to help him out with the Hawks. Well, not yet at least. The Spirit Breaker very useful. Is charging in with the bash as well. 70% bash, not to forget, and another strike. We'll of course have to angle his attack coming in perfectly, because that Lion can always disable his charge coming in with that Hex, as well as the well-timed Earthspike. And Outwill Devour will be the pick right now for Shinji Otaku. Most likely their mid-hero. Perhaps they'll play it to better effect, maybe looking to build into a Dragonlance before moving into more intelligence items. Outwill Devourer does also still need a fair amount of either effective HP in the form of armor. Also intelligence items will of course help him up. Perhaps we've seen a popular build coming out from Attacker, going for 3 Null Talismans on the Outworld Devourer, just for the stats as well as the intelligence. But right now it will be Fox Gaming for their 4th pickup. Likely going to be a mid-hero as well. Looking to see what will counter out the Outworld Devourer as well as it can. Looks like Kuro Detaka taking his time right now over this 4th pickup here on the side of Fox Gaming. About a minute left into the reserve time, as he does have a Phantom Assassin pickup right now coming up from Fox Gaming. A popular hero, of course, in the pub, able to go mid lane or safe lane. But immediately Shinji Otaku countering that Phantom Assassin pickup with a Sven, the Rogue Knight. But of course Phantom Assassin, sort of mana independent, so it's okay if she loses out to the Outworld Devourer. One of the popular counters of Outworld Devourer in the previous patches was of course the Razor mid. But it remains to be seen right now, as the Sven pickup from Shinji Otaku should throw a spanner in the works of Fox Gaming. A Sven, of course, a very hard carry with a cleave as well as God Strength, able to just flash farm his way with some stacked Ancients. And of course, I think Lion will be on stacking duty after the 5 minutes onward. Sven can also do it himself with a pickup of the Helm of Dominator, but right now we're looking at the 5th ban coming out from Fox Gaming. Most likely looking to ban another support, as that is all that Shinji Otaku need to line up. And there you go, that's the Omni Knight ban, as predicted. Shinji Otaku likely gonna ban out strong mid, depending on where they think that Phantom Assassin will be going. Invoker also still in the pool if they think that Fox Gaming might be going for it. But right now Shinji Otaku will be moving into their reserve time in about 5 seconds. It'll be very interesting to see how they think that Phantom Assassin will play. We've seen Spirit Breaker go off into the offlaner, but MVP Phoenix have shown that the Phantom Assassin can be played mid as well, being very aggressive with his Stifling Dagger. Shinji Otaku will finally ban out that life stealer, so they
Radiant team
probably think that Phantom Assassin's going mid, banning out the last hard carry for their final ban, and right now in the 5th pickup will be a support. Shadow Demon still in the pool, Vengeful Spirit still in the pool as well. Earth Spirit has seemed to be falling out of favor
10 seconds remaining.
after some slight nerfs to it post TI, but Shinji Otaku right now
5 seconds remaining.
will be picking up their 5th hero.
Reserve time.
Debut. Then go over to
Shinji Otaku taking their time with this, 1 minute and 15 seconds onto that pick clock. Already into the reserve time, but it's a final pick, so they have more than enough time to decide over how they're going to round up this final support. Very interesting that the support is the last pick, however. Probably trying to figure out what will go best. Shadow Demon will be useful as the Purge does go through BKB. Just under 30 seconds now left for Shinji Otaku. And really eating into the time right now. Possibly going to be a surprise pick of some sort, something unanticipated. Oh my goodness. Well, that explains it, ladies and gentlemen. We do have an Enigma game coming in right now, so that's 2 huge cooldown ultimates onto the Tidehunter as well as the Enigma. Outworld Devourer also, if I'm not mistaken, 110 seconds, 160 seconds on Sanity's Eclipse. But of course, if Enigma is able to get a jump onto the hero, Sven should be more than willing to cleave them down once he has his damage items up and running. And right now, it is Fox Gaming wondering how they will counter this out. They do have space right now for a hard carry, and they need to be very careful with what they pick up. 30 seconds remaining for them. Right now, they themselves will probably have a surprise pick. 10 seconds remaining. And let's see what it's going to be right now from Fox Gaming. Looks like we've got an Invoker game on our hands right now, ladies and gentlemen. And up against an Enigma as well. Possibly a very exciting game that we've got on our hands between Shinji Otaku as well as Fox Gaming.
Enigma game.
10 seconds remaining.
And right into the game right now between Shinji Otaku over on the side of the Radiant as well as Fox Gaming on the side of the Dire. We've got Marshmallow, you're so fluffy onto the Outworld Devourer. We've got Lunatic onto the Tidehunter, Q onto that Lion, MOTG on the Sven, Ozymandias.exe on the Enigma. Over on the Dire side, we've got Ice onto that Phantom Assassin. We've got Mad Summer onto the Spirit Breaker. Kurotaka, the captain himself, who will be playing the Invoker. Kaigo will be onto that support Dazzler. Last but not least, of course, we've got Imaginary Junior onto that Ogre Magi support as well. there's a possibility of them running into each other right now. And there you go. And let's see who and how this will break first. Invoker leading the way. Smoke gonna break from both teams. They walk right into each other right now. Looks like coming forward. A good two-man stun coming out from the Sven. Kycer in the backlines will have the Grave ready for Kurodetaka, but right now the Invoker is the one that's gonna be first to fall. There will be the first blood coming on onto the Invoker. Lunatic next getting bashed by them, but that second hero to fall is a Dazzle. Lunatic is solo. They're not able to get him. They're trying to cut him. Anchor Smash coming in. Two-man stun as well. Ignite coming in from the Imaginary coming on the sidelines, but Mad Summer is the next one to fall, making a 2-for-1 double kill right now for the Sven. 3-4-1 right now the score. They're gonna chase for more. Kycer TPs in after he returns. And what a way to kick off this game right now. 3-4-1 in favor of Shinji Otaku, walking right into each other after that smoke.
I was meant to have this.
Tidehunter already prepping up onto the offlane, and it will be the Enigma, which will go, well, not able to go in jungle directly because he skilled up Malefice for that fight. And he will be helping out a little bit on the Sven, who's on the safe lane with Kyo. And then, as expected, mid will be Marshmallow, You're So Fluffy onto the Outworld Devourer. Up against this Quaz, well, currently Quaz Invoker in the hands of Kurodetaka. Over in the offlane, looks like a 2-1-2 situation right now for the Dire team. Mad Summer on the Barathrum and Imaginary Junior on that Ogre Magi as Ice onto that Phantom Assassin left up alone against Lunatic. We'll have some trouble considering the Anchor Smash is there. Some good damage as well as reduction of his own right clicks. And it will be a Quaz Exort Invoker as we see skills already being up in terms of Sunstrike as well as the Cold Snap. It'll be very fascinating to see if he's able to find a kill from right across the map. Does have some good setups with the Sven stun as well as the Lion Impale. So let's see how things go for him right now. 3-for-1 once again after the initial aggression. They're just looking to farm up. Oh, there you go. Bash coming in onto Lion. Two-man Impale. Sunstrike coming out anytime soon. No. Looks like Kyo trying to juke around the trees right now. Playing ring around the rosy. He's a creeper right there, but Mad Summer not able to do anything. Ozymandias comes in with the Malefice. Mad Summer will be stunned up. But the Dazzle is there as another Fire Blast coming in from the Ogre Magi will force the Sven back. So, all in all, that being said, Lunatic is left 1v1 against Phantom Assassin, and not the matchup that he wants right now, the Phantom Assassin. He wants a little bit more space. Doesn't really want to go face to face melee with a Tidehunter with that levels and Anchor Smash. Kurodetaka will get that second level into the Exort. We'll have to carefully manage his mana. Not able to provide any assistance right now across either map. And look at that. This is the situation right now with Lunatic against the Phantom Assassin when you're up against melee. So in the bottom lane, looks like we've got a stun coming in straight into Mad Summer. Goes for the Fire Blast as well, but one final right click from the Lion will secure the kill onto the Barathrum and makes it 4-1 right now for Shinji Otaku. And Invoker, really nothing much he can do about that. Nothing he can assist. Just 2 levels into that Exort and going 1 into the Wex. So possibly going to repeat this configuration all the way until he goes for maximum Exort. Blink forward from Ice, but there you go. There's Anchor Smash once again, bringing him down low. And Dazzle will come in to provide a little bit of support, but already Lunatic is more than happy. Level 4 already in this offlaner, so he's doing way better than the Spirit Breaker, who is still level 3, who just hit level 3 actually with this creep wave.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now Lunatic just being able to just bully this Phantom Assassin, and as you can see right there, PA being brought down to about 227 HP. Interestingly, goes for the Windlace as a first major item, or rather first item after the Quelling Blade as well as Shad Tango. So he probably started out with a Windlace. Nice to actually go to the trees, collects his boots and Sobi Mask, or rather Sage's Mask. Perhaps looking to go into the Basilisk. And now stun coming out, Marshmallow Use of Fly. Here comes a Cold Snap as well, so there's going to be a little more damage. Very far being plopped, but Kyo comes in with a good 2-man Impale once again. Marshmallow, Yusuf Fluffy coming out with the right clicks right now. Imaginary Junior being brought down low. Can you think that Kurotaka can do? Well, the most he can do is just cancel that clarity onto the Tidehunter. So Imaginary Junior will look to try to escape with this. Impale onto the high ground. One more right click coming in. Goes to the trees, jukes around it, but Tidehunter is there, and one Anchor Smash will secure the kill. Making it 5 for 1. Sunstrike coming in somewhere. Oh, there you go. Marshmallow, Yusuf Fluffy being brought on low, but the Sunstrike didn't really hit, I think. Another Impale coming in right now in the midst of things, so Spirit Breaker, no mana anymore. Has to be really careful. But all in all, this just provides a little bit more space for the Phantom Assassin up top to farm up even more. Bouts of aggression coming here and there. And all the meantime, Enigma's having a good old time in the jungle. Hits level 3. Should be able to have his ultimate by minute 10. And Phantom Assassin being afforded the space here up top.
Missing bottom.
Out of regen, but likely going to be, yep, there you go. Tango passed by the Dazzle, so able to just catch up. Has to be careful right now. It is very, very low. They're picking him out. They know he's low. Let's see if there's anything they can do. Gush with Anchor Smash. There you go. That's the Anchor Smash, dealing so much damage for so little mana. Just 15 mana required for that. And the more traditional Tidehunter off-lane build with the Kraken Shell Anchor Smash. No real point to the Gush just yet. As we're seeing a different Tidehunter compared to the different ones in the games earlier today where they went for Gush. But Gush are not really being able to be useful in this sense. Doesn't really help you sustain yourself in the farm. Doesn't really help you harass that much. And costs quite a lot of mana considering you're a strength hero. So Shinshi Otaku definitely having the right grasp of things with that Tidehunter Watermelon. Right now MOTG being left alone to his own devices. Will hit 30 creeps within 5 minutes. So not too bad for himself. Probably means he leads the net worth, and well, no surprise right there. 2.9k gold on him. Oddball Devourer not too far behind with 2.2k gold. Some rune control coming up from both supports, just exploring things. Ozyman dies. We'll have level 2 Malefice as well. Will there be a wraparound coming in? No, it looks like Kygo. Just going to be some support. And look at that. The Phantom Assassin is constantly being brought down low. So over in the mid lane, these two heroes facing off each other. Kurotaka as well as Marshmallow. OD and Invoker, both intelligence sort of carry heroes, so to speak. More than happy to just farm on his own tower. We'll likely be going for a Midas build right there on the Invoker. It's right down the bottom tower. Junior shows himself off on the... But nothing much will come out of that. Mad Summer. Here, Lunatic and Kygo come face to face with each other. We'll cancel the clarity out. So much damage coming out right there from the Anchor Smash and one right click. This Lunatic is just surviving over the top lane. He's already level 7, so that's going to be careful about that. Ravage is online if he goes to go for kill. But Blink Ford coming in from Ice. They're looking to go for it. Crit coming up. It's just so tanky. Aspect the Grave. Ravage being cast off right now. One more right click. Anchor Smash as well. Should secure the kill. Should be able to get another kill. But no, the heal coming in at just the right time. Being slowed down by the Poison Touch, so... Phantom Assassin just being able to escape with the barest of HPs right there. Actually walks away with about 45 HP, I think. That being said, looks like a slight rotation coming in right now from the Radiant team. And Imaginary Junior will be able to spot that out. Lion as well as Oigamajai come face to face. Impale coming in, but gets the mana out. Will cop an Ignite to the face. And Dazzle is a little bit low on mana to try to pursue any aggression right there as a follow-up. 5 for 1 right now in favor of Shinshi Otaku. 7 minutes into the game, about to hit the 8-minute mark. And Invoker is about 400 gold away from his Hand of Midas. First item will be a 4-star on the Oddball Devourer, so perhaps looking to build into that Hurricane Pike that we normally see at high tier levels. Enigma showing himself on the top lane. Will get the clarity cancelled, quite unfortunately, but does have an army of Eidolons to supplement this push. Kygo in the midst of thing right now, trying to go for the deny perhaps. Will not be able to do so. A bit too much damage coming out on the side of Shinshi Otaku. And they'll just fall back from that. Get an attack Jeff and then fall back. Tranquil Boots already completed remain. No Soul Ring just yet, so the mana regeneration will be slightly difficult to sustain. Invoker edging ever closer to his Hand of Midas. And spot hitting it before the 10-minute mark will be decent. But of course, it's to mention that he's not been able to be part of any kill with that Sunstrike just yet. I'm very sure he had hoped to at least get a couple of kills by now. but unfortunately they have not been finding themselves in the right position. Especially considering that the only reliable stun that they have is on that Ogre Magi with the Fire Blast, as well as a Spirit Breaker with a charge if you want to count that, but it will be difficult to sort of time the Sunstrike correctly. Radiant Heroes showing themselves mid, and Dire Heroes themselves hiding in the fog. And let's see if Outward Devourer will try to push the limits a little bit, try to go for some aggression as they look to try to push this tier 1 mid tower. And Voker once again does have his recipe flying out to him. So we'll have that Midas completed 9 minutes into the game. Not too bad, but could have been better. And we'll immediately use it. A little bit of inefficiency with the timing. Should have received the Midas here so you can instantly use it. And right now he's just going to use it and walk back. And with that, the aggression comes in from Shinshi Otaku. They take that as a signal that they can take this mid tier 1 tower. Tidehunter being the buffer of his teammate. Sunstrike coming in. That was interesting. So the Ravage being up and ready, they are very much aware of that. And so they will play very carefully right now. Lunatic able to just walk in right now. He's very tanky at this stage of the game. I've got 1.1k HP. And likely the most tankiest hero right now on the map. Bottom lane, it looks like Sven has popped God's Strength as well as a Stormhammer. But the aggression right now is at mid for Shinshi Otaku. Kurotaka trying to do his best. Ignite coming out from Imaginary Junior. That tower will fall. And they will just fall back with that. Enigma does have the Soul Ring already, so no issues with that mana. Level 5 will hit level 6 at this creep wave. There you go, the Black Hole is up and ready. It'll be very interesting to see where the first Black Hole will be and how many heroes will be caught.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, looks like they've smoked this out. Let's see what direction they're gonna go to right now. Looks like the smoke will pop. The Dazzle is the one that's been caught 4-star forward, so that's the whole point of the build, but nope, will not chase into the higher ground. Not sure what lies behind it, but Lunatic instead will be there. Spots 2 heroes. He knows he has a Ravage. Sunstrike coming in, and there you can see doesn't time it correctly, but the Ravage will come in, hits 4 heroes as well as the Black Hole coming in on 3 heroes. Well played by Osaman Dias. Marshmallow, you're so fluffy, will just clean up with the damage. It looks like it's gonna be 4 kills right now as Kurotaka will be the next one to fall. One more hit, and there he goes straight into the face with the anchor, making it 10-1 in favor of Shinshi Otaku.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And right then and then they get to push this bottom tier 1 tower objective after objective. Really well played right now coming out from Shinshi Otaku. And with that they'll just look to back off, farm a little bit more. As it looks like the Sven has already completed his Boots of Travel. And how many stack is that? It's a double stack already waiting for him at the Ancients. Radiant team will just fall off right now, so we take a look at the difference in team net worth. Shinshi Otaku clearly ahead, as well as in terms of experience. To be expected when the score is 10-1. As for the vision, Radiant team do have some okay vision, but considering they've got all their tier 1 towers still standing, it's more than acceptable. Whereas on the Dire team, a little bit restricted. They don't even feel safe in their own jungle, and they've got no idea when a gank will be coming their way. They need to get some wards down right now, but unfortunately, it might not be able to do so, considering that the rotation coming in from Shinshi Otaku is just so fast. With all the tier 1 towers still standing, you can just teleport to any one of them for quick backup. Ozymandias, 90 seconds of cooldown for the Black Hole. Lunatic, 37 seconds of cooldown for that Tidehunter ultimate, the Ravage. And immediately moving into a smoke, trying to see if they can find and punish any aggression. Right now being caught off guard, it's a Speedbreaker, and it looks like it will be a successful smoke gang coming in the midst of things with the Stormhammer leading things off right now. Goes for the creep as well. Mad Summer will be the first one to fall. Instant Hex. And there'll be a dominating Outworld Devourer coming in with the backline, just cleaning things up right now, finishing his 4-star power treads as well as Null Talisman and 1.4k gold in addition. KO coming in for a very deep ward, so An immediate ping coming in from the Ogre Magi, so he's aware of that happening. We'll look to deal with that pretty soon. TP's coming in. They've got to be careful. Ravage is up. Black Hole will be up in about 50 seconds as well, but looks like they'll give this up as they have no intention of defending it, letting the Phantom Assassin just farm up a little bit more. Invoker also not in the position to defend this. Doesn't have any real items other than the Hand of Midas as well as the Boots of Speed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom
And
tower
just like
has
that,
fallen.
it looks like Shinshi Otaku will be able to take out that bottom tier 2 tower, affording them even more map control right now. They're truly asserting the dominance right now. 11 for 1 the kill score as we approach the
Radiant's
15-minute
top
mark
tower
of the
is under
game.
attack.
The Dire team sticking close together. Just trying to make sure a repeat of the fight does not happen again. Finally, they'll be able to find one of the wards right there from the Dazzle, so he's able to just remove the vision as well as the sentry.
Dire's middle tower is
And
under attack.
needs a little bit of vision up there, but it's being fogged up right now, so there's one more last hit onto that sentry will be remaining, and right now they've got to be careful. They can see the
Dire's middle
Eidolons
tower
coming in,
is under attack.
but in the meantime, all this while, Phantom Assassin has been farming away, getting closer and closer to that Echo Saber. And Tidehunter completing up a key item right there with that Blink Dagger, able to initiate even better. Let's see how far the Enigma is from his. Also already has his Blink Dagger. Interestingly enough, no mechanism yet on the side of the Radiant team, but they're very confident with the team fights. They know they can outdamage and outplay the enemy heroes, so perhaps no real need for mechanism just yet, but having one, of course, will be very useful, especially transitioning into the Guardian Greaves on a later stage. Mid tier 2 tower expected to fall down. I don't think they're defending this just yet. It's finally, you can see, making his way back, as well as Mad Summer. So not real defense being mounted right now by the Dire team. Marshmallow just standing in the forefront, right clicking away those creeps, trying to clear them out to the best of his ability, trying to push down this mid tier 2 tower before the Dire team can actually respond and congregate. But all this while, Sven has just cleared out a stack and will have, how many gold is that on him? Oh, we'll have 700 gold in addition to an Echo Saber already completed. So again, one step ahead of the Phantom Assassin, a full item ahead of the Phantom Assassin. Right now, they've got to be very careful. They haven't spotted out the Blink Dagger just yet. They're unaware of how well the initiation coming, but finally, they will spot the Tidehunter. Here comes the Meatball, Tornado, as well as Deafening Blast, hitting the Q, Blink forward, the Ravage, hitting 3. Where will the Black Hole coming from the sidelines? Coming in from the sidelines, Ozymandias looking for the Black Hole. Oh no, cancels it! And 1 minute, and not be able to catch anyone, and right now the Lion, first one to drop, but already 2 heroes, 3 heroes falling right now for the Dire team. Ice doing the best he can, will finally get that pesky Enigma, but Kuritaka, the Invoker, looking for Blink forward, juking left, right, and center, Ghost Walk, no Invis reveal, Anchor Smash almost kills him off, but
Dire's middle
he is the lone survivor right there, so even though that Black Hole wasn't the best,
Dire's middle tower
they were able to make the most out of that situation. Able to take down 3 heroes, and the Invoker himself almost falling again. No real items just yet. Finally we'll have the drums coming out onto him. But you can start to see the potency of this lineup as he almost blows up the Lion in the previous engagement with a really good combination, but unfortunately Lion was a bit more tankier than he expected. Let's hope for a better Black Hole next time coming out from Ozymandias. A little bit of a fluff there, but unfortunately for him, didn't really matter much. KO, spotting on a double damage rune. The stacks seem to have paused for a while. It's only a single stack there as Eidolons push over onto this bottom lane. Not the prettiest of graphs as we have a 14,000 advantage for Shinshi Otaku. Similarly, 7,500 for the XP. Leveling off just a little bit. Let's see if there's any way for them to claw their way back into this. Again, Phantom Assassin does have that Helm of Dominator all ready to go. We'll not be picking up the Echo Saber just yet. Does have the Phase Boots as well, but right now the Radiant team They're deciding to push over this top tower. Ravage off cooldown in 25 seconds, 22 seconds. Sanity's Eclipse similarly in 35 seconds. And the Lion goes some deep wards right now. Ozymandias will also spot that out and we'll be able to remove this sentry ward there. It's getting a little bit more vision into the jungle, seeing if there's any initiations coming in from the side, the choke points. But they should feel relatively secure. They've got okay vision coming in for this push. Unlike the Dire team, which are quite restricted, only one single high ground ward. But right now, let's see if there's initiation coming in. I doubt there will be any fight because the Dire team is just so spread out right now. Phantom Assassin not even there right now. So it will be another tier 2 tower to fall for free. As Shinshi Otaku just continuing this push. They will glyph it up and
Dire's top tower
trying
is
to
under
prep some
attack.
form of defense. Kurodotaka coming in already, prepping his combination. Let's have the meatball as well as the Sunstrike ready. And there's going to be a Stifling Dagger forward onto the Lion. Echo Saber completed, so perhaps that's what they're waiting for. But before that, as things are going on this way, scan coming out from the Dire, and they'll actually go for a smoke. This is very interesting. How will they look to approach the 3 hero smoke? Let's see which direction they want to go to. They've got to be careful to tight hunt to the trees. The smoke will pop. They don't know what popped it. Ogre Magi is starting alone right now. Stun coming in. The Ravage hitting 2. Black Hole coming in into the middle of things, but no, not being able to find a hit. It's off cooldown. And before the Sanity Eclipse, a single man Black Hole, but then again, it's more than enough right now as the 3 heroes fall. The charge coming in for the Barathon, but it's a little bit too late as he will be stopped halfway right there. Mad Summer will be the next one to fall. Stormhammer coming in as well, and just like that, he will fall. Sunstrike even missing, so triple kill coming out there from the Outworld Devourer. Shinshi Otaku asserting the dominance over Fox Gaming, and right now they're looking to push over the higher ground. Lunatic standing at the forefront of things. Ultimates are off cooldown, all on cooldown I think, yeah, 115 seconds, 129 seconds, 127 seconds, but all the same, they are not afraid of Fox Gaming right now. Fox Gaming do have all their skills ready. And they've got to take advantage of this. No Ravage, no Black Hole. Phantom Assassin will respawn up. A good Tornado coming in, catching 2 EMP as well. They should drain the mana of the Enigma. Yep, there you go. 2 times multicast. Enigma should fall from this. They should look to punish this. TP is coming out from the Lion. Charge as well. So they see him. They see him. They should cancel the TP somehow. Cold Snap. No. Invoke on cooldown. And quite unfortunately, level 1 Invoke right there. So not being able to find the skills necessary to even stop that teleport from coming out. So 19 for 3 right now in favor of Shinshi Otaku, and they're just gonna like to try to push down this top tier 1 tower. They know that the heroes TP'd out, so all teleports are on cooldown, but as I say that, Radiant team are in their own jungle, looking to farm up even more. Sven, 2.7k gold. Enigma will indeed go for that mechanism. That's just about 300 gold away from it. Tide Hunter going for a Yule's drums. As the Outworld Devourer completed Hex, completed Force Staff, perhaps looking to go into the Hurricane Pike at some point in the future. Invoker does have his Blink Dagger, so positioning even easier for him right now. No real items on the supports just yet on the side of the Dire, but that is to be expected. They have been starved out of this lane, as well as the Barathum does have a Mask of Madness. Very interesting considering he was late to almost all the fights. Should be positioned with his team. There's no point going in 4v5 with his team. And right now they're looking to try to push down this top tier 1 tower and finally perhaps get some influx of gold.
Is under attack.
And they will glyph it up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, it looks like that's going to be the end of the push. Vision from the Radiant team. Not really sure what they see. They finally do see that Invoker though over onto that bottom lane. Rest the Dire even more restricted in terms of vision. The heroes could be anywhere here. Oh, unlike them, we know what's happening. And it looks like Sven will be picking up that Aegis of the Immortal, claiming it at 23 minutes into the game. Immediate TP up and forward, trying. Oh, Stormhammer's a creep. And Midsummer should be able to charge away from this and will do so. Will there be a stop? Astral Imprisonment? No. He will escape with about 180 HP, but where is he going? And will actually stop his own charge, but quite unfortunately, in full vision from the Lion, no. No blink, no force stuff. Unable to take advantage of the low HP. Could have blown him up with a single finger of death. 19 for 3 now the score as we hit the 24-minute mark, and looks like the Radiant team continuing their aggression over in the top lane. So that's Sven. What's he got coming up next to him? Nothing. He's just going to stock up that gold, perhaps going to go into a Daedalus, a little bit more damage, or even a BKB, as the Radiant team are timing their push with all abilities ready to come. A blink back from the Invoker, and Sven with the Aegis of the Immortal, more than happy to hit 2 Hero Tornado. Meatball as well, but already instant Hex, but the Impale misses. Ravage hitting only 2. Now's the time for Ozymandias, and Sanity's Clips coming in, but no Black Hole coming in just yet. Goes for the Malefice instead. It's going to be 3 heroes. Buyback coming out from the Invoker. Imaginary has been brought down low, but right now perhaps they are overextended, but no, Invoker's the only one to buy back. There's no way he can come back from this. Instead, the Phantom Assassin will be the one that pays the price, copying a full stun to the face. And the Aegis not even expended. Lion is the only one to fall. Tower being claimed. Blink forward from the Phantom Assassin. Goes to the crits. Not being able to get much damage. You have to be careful. That Sven does have a lot of damage considering the oh, there you go. The Rogue Knight coming in straight onto Kuritsaka. Invoker. That's a dieback from the Invoker. Black Hole once again. Oh, he's just flashing on himself right now. So there you go. The Phantom Assassin will drop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seeing some very interesting black holes coming out here from Ozymandias. And Aegis will be expended, but as we say that the top tier 3 tower falls, Rags exposed, Midsummer coming in the middle of things, but the mech will save them all up. Midsummer with the MOM will fall, and next Stormhammer catches Imaginary Junior up on the high ground. Godlike coming up from the All Devourers, another team wipe as look at the faces on the side of Foxy, I mean, just laughing at each other right now. Well, they probably know they should have had a better laning phase. The Invoker was a good play, and there you go. Kuritsaka calls it. Good game, well played. 25 minutes. And I'm going to hand it over to the MC for today, Kycer. game is?
Huh?
Next game is
Next game is
Hive.
Kangkong and Angel Geniuses.
Angel.
Angel Geniuses, yeah. These are top tier players. Okay, just to save time, we just straight go in the game.
I think they need to warm up.
Huh?
Angel Genesis, they usually play demo. Give them 15 minutes lah.
Huh?
Give them 15 minutes lah. Yeah, let them warm up on the demo hero. No need intro video
No intro.
Okay.
I got it, but I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah, no problem.
Because timing wise, we're really tight already.
8:30,
This morning we took 3 hours just to set up. And I want to eat. I'm hungry.啊？还有3场，
加这个4场，
还有这一场，还有2场，够时间，但是很迟，多一次像昨天这样啊。但是我们明天也早上有一个很早的 ，Crossroad Clan 跟 Belligerent
9点啊，
大概
4小时
因为Belligerent Crossroad Gaming 他们其中一个他们的 teammate 其中一个他的cousin刚刚去世，所以他们要在家里认罪。我们给他们啊，因为可怜吧，真的很可怜，不是他们不要打，是他们不能打，所以
对手也
是在 Eric 的 team。Belligerent 是 Eric 了吗？哇，不
Selamat again.
快点来听啊！
Saat.
There's one thing good about live streaming, you can actually talk to the players that's watching. Hopefully they're actually watching right now.
Yeah.
They just can't play today. So sad, I cannot talk with you.
Even I take your mic also.
Okay. Because it's very difficult to be alone.
Yeah. But okay.
No input. Basically, it's very hard.
You eat first.
No, it's like you have no people to ask, no time to rest also.
It's Okay, used to it after the bloody guy at Mountain Dew one.
I thought you can lose another bite on me.
I thought so too, but oh, never mind lah. This works also.
So when it works.
Yeah,
I'm
as long as
happy.
it works, yeah. The next one lah will be better lah, hopefully.
Inshallah, yes.
Wait, suddenly all the players disappear already.
One thing also, the last part few games, a lot of people already hype up already.
Yeah. Oh, the black hole also funny just now.
Oh, yeah.
Black hole again.
I want to see so many times like, I don't do this, I do.
Yeah. Run here, run there.
No lah, just troubleshooting. Well, I don't expect Eric to do everything lah.
He has to jaga the booth lagi tau. He's the only one there. Yeah, he's the only one there.
I don't expect people to do that.
Yeah.
When you go back to Kuantan, what will you miss the most in Miri? From Miri?
I stay in Selangor now.
Oh,
I live with my mom in Shalab.
oh, anak KL.
Yeah,
So what will you miss from Miri anyway?
the people are very different, very tolerant.
Oh, but,
KL are very racist.
one of the main reasons why I worked there for 3 months I left.
Yeah, super racist.
Yeah. or first pick, second pick?
Radiant.
Radiant. First pick or second pick?
Yeah, first pick, second pick. First pick apa? Bukan last pick lah. First pick lah.
First pick and then
No, I want the last
one
pick.
and two pick. You want the last pick? Second pick or I take three pick.
So I first pick Radiant. After that, I'm going to probably I look for
Kycer. Detected.
Briefing 3 power. That was a close one.
Thank you very much, Kycer. As we jump straight into the game, it looks like we've got Angel Geniuses over on the raiding team as well as the first pick. And Team Kangkong will be on the dire side with the second pick, electing to go for to have that last pick of the draft at the end of it. Angel Geniuses with a very
10
interesting
seconds remaining.
DP. And looks like the drafting is done by Stingray as
Dire team ban.
they remove out the Faceless Void.
No, it's still going on. Eric just trying to look for the information to score on them.
And right now, immediately, Kong Kali Kong with the response on the first ban will be onto that Shadow Demon, removing it out as a strong support, especially with the ultimate that pierces through magic immunity. Angel Geniuses, will they look to ban out the Tinker, as they've already removed out the Faceless
10
Void?
seconds remaining.
Not to forget, of course, they do have the first pick after this ban phase.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban.
Immediately, Angel Geniuses banning out that Mirana as well. Another strong hero given the opportunity. Given the opportunity to farm a fast Aghanim Scepter will cause a lot of trouble, and should they be given enough space. But right now, Team
5
Kangkong
seconds
going to
remaining.
pick up the second ban, looking to possibly remove out some strong heroes. Let's see what the captain decides. And they'll actually remove the Elder Titan out of the picture. Very strong team fight here, Earth Splitter, as well as the Stomp from the Ancestral Spirit. Able to just remove any base armor, as well as magic resistance down to its base value. So, taking that out of the picture right now, Angel Geniuses will decide to go for their first pick. And the first pick for Angel Genius will be the Conquer. Detected. Straight back into the game. Angel Genius's first pick will be on the Kanka. And Kangkong now with the first two picks, they will have a 1-2 shot at this. They also have the last pick of the game. So let's see what direction they want to go to right now. 1 minute 44 seconds. They've gone for the Ogre Magi. We've seen it a very popular support in this past few games. That tankiness of it allows it an innate ability to survive the team fights for extended periods of time. But right now they've got to think about their next pickup. Will it be another core hero to match up against that Kanka?
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
One minute and 18 seconds on the reserve time right now for Team Kangkong. And they'll go for the Drow Ranger pickup, which will be their safe lane carry runner, able to dish out large amounts of right click if she's able to stand herself out of the fights. Of course, the Frost Arrows also will help her in chasing down targets, able to kite melee heroes effectively as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Right now, Angel
5
Geniuses
seconds remaining.
will be having their second pick to pair up with the Kanka.
Reserve time.
Both teams respectful of each other's skill. And they'll go for the very early Morphling pickup right now. So Angel Geniuses, interestingly enough, first, second pick are their core heroes. We don't usually see this very often, as usually supports are being picked up as the first pick, but nonetheless, Morphling is the pickup for Angel Geniuses, possibly going for that safe lane carry.
5 seconds remaining.
And right now, we're moving into the ban phase. Kangkong will have the opportunity to remove the Tinker out from the pool, and will do so as they go for the ban onto the Goblin Tinker. Angel Geniuses now will remove the Huskar out, so not wanting any part of that life break coming in against that Morphling. Burning Spears also can cause problems if you mistime your morph into strength or agility, vice versa.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Keeper of the Light, very interesting ban coming out there from Team Kangkong, removing it out. Possibly a respect ban against one of the supports of Angel Geniuses, but right now it is Angel Geniuses' turn to ban one hero before we move back into the pick phase.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
That being considered, after banning out the Huskar, they decided to go for the Ancient Apparition ban as well. So once again, just heroes that can just cause a bit of a nuisance against the Morphling when he decides to morph either into strength or agility.
10 seconds remaining.
Now into the more exciting part of the draft. Kangkong now going to pick up their third hero to line things up. Possibly going to be a support, but you never know. Kangkong might have something up their sleeves. As they move into the reserve time, possibly going to go for ranged heroes to try to complement well with the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger's Precision Aura adds bonus damage to the physical attack of allied ranged heroes. And also it affects creeps as well, so that's 20% all the way up to 38% bonus damage. And rightly so, Kangkong should be looking to take advantage of that right click bonus on any of their ranged heroes. There you go, Silencer pickup coming in. Very likely a position 4, a support on that Silencer, looking to purchase the Carrion Wards in addition together with the Ogre Magi, but the right click bonus damage that comes together with the Precision Aura will benefit the Silencer indirectly. Also has the Glaives of Wisdom once he's got the mana to do so.
5 seconds remaining.
Angel Genius, it's now their turn. For the third pickup, likely gonna go into
Reserve time.
either support pickups or an offlaner. They've got their safe lane, they've got their mid, and there you go, there's the offlaner being picked up. It will be the Tide Hunter right now. So Angel Genius is going for that tanky. We saw the Tide Hunter when played well with Kraken Shell and Anchor Smash. It's able to have more sustainability compared to one that goes for a Gush Anchor Smash.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Kangkong now with the fourth pick.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll go for Lucifer, the Doombringer.
Team picked.
First time we're seeing this hero in the Miri E-League tournament. What makes him viable is of course that ultimate of his, Doom, which inflicts a curse that prevents an enemy hero from casting spells, essentially silencing that hero and removing it out of the fight. Not to forget the damage over time, which is pure damage. Very, very useful up against a Morphling. Or even if he's able to initiate onto the Tide Hunter before the Tide Hunter can get his Ravage off.
Reserve time.
Angel Geniuses now with their fourth pick of the game. Will definitely be 2 supports, unless they plan to run that Kunkka as a position 4.
Skywrath Mage.
It will indeed be the support in the form of the Skywrath Mage, and we're in the final ban phase of the draft, whereby both teams will be banning an additional hero before picking up the final heroes for their lineup. So Kong Kali Kong looking to ban out perhaps another strong
10
support,
seconds remaining.
unless of course that Kunkka decides to run itself as a support. This just goes to show the flexibility of the hero, making it very difficult to read into the draft of Angel Geniuses. But one thing's for sure is that the Tide Hunter will be going into the off lane,
Radiant team.
and as a result of that, Kong Kali Kong will ban out the Invoker as the final ban, not allowing Angel Geniuses to have a pickup on that strong team fight mid carry. In exchange, Angel Geniuses, what will they ban for the 5th one?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They will actually ban the Meepo out. So the pocket strat of Kong Kali Kong not being able to come out there. We've witnessed earlier today, whereby that Meepo in the mid lane was able to get a 5-minute boots of travel, just dominating that lane. So right now Kong Kali Kong will probably have something else up their sleeves, as Angel Geniuses will pick up their final support or mid laner, depending on how they want to run things.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They've got about half a minute left into their reserve time. If that clock goes to 0, a hero will be randomly picked for them. So I'm pretty sure they already have a firm idea of what they want right now.
Seconds remaining.
Enchantress.
Well, this is the first time we'll be seeing an Enchantress, so very likely Kunkka mid, Tide Hunter off lane, Morphling in the safe lane with the Skywrath Mage support, as well as the Enchantress over in the neutral camps, just looking to try to make some rotations once she's got perhaps a Centaur or at least a Hellbear Smasher to cause some issues over onto the mid lane of Kangkong. But right now, of course, the pocket pick for Kangkong, their final pickup. They personally wanted to have the last pick of the game after winning that side of the toss. What will they choose? 15 seconds before they have to make a decision.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And they'll go for the Medusa. Quite a surprising pick there, but once again, able to utilize the aura provided from the Drow Ranger in terms of the precision aura, able to just get bonus damage to her right click. So likely a Medusa mid, Doom off lane, Drow Ranger safe lane with Ogre Magi and Silencer as supports.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
It's a quick tactical pause coming out right now over the side of Team Kangkong. Was the Medusa requesting the pause? And we're right back into this one as we resume the game. Medusa, interestingly enough, heading far ahead of her own teammates who are still sort of stuck in their own base as of now. A bit slow to leave the base, but already Team Angel Geniuses making a beeline towards that bottom ruin and seeing all sorts of shapes being drawn on the map right now, indicating the positions of where they want to go, where they think the enemies will be, as well as pings coming out left, right and center.
Seconds to battle.
But as things stand, it looks like there's not going to be any contest right now for the Bounty Runes, as both teams respectively will just be able to collect it for their mid heroes. The 0-minute Bounty Rune, of course, not granting any XP, but does give 100 gold. So it allows you to get that bottle even quicker for this Kunkka. And look at that, 250 gold. Once he collects that Bounty Rune, 350. Does not provide any experience at minute 0. Runes in this game will spawn every 2 minutes, random runes spawning at the top and bottom, one of which will always be a Bounty Rune. And the other will be a selection of an Arcane Rune, Regeneration Rune, Double Damage, Haste and Invis, as well as an Illusion Rune. Already pings coming out, looks like Miracle Fan's gonna come in aggressive onto the Kunkka, forcing him back to ranged heroes up against the Kunkka. Will be very, very annoying to face up against, and Miracle Fan's just being all up in his face right now. Kunkka will obviously look to try to farm with that Tidebringer skill, which is a passive that has a cooldown of its own and allows for a cleave over an area of effect, causing as well ignoring armor. So very effective as a last hit mechanism, as you can see being displayed right there. Interestingly enough, the Tide Hunter immediately starting into that jungle with the Iron Talon, not deciding to even show his face over at that top tower, which means that Mr. Ray Ray onto that Drow Ranger will be able to have relative free farm. Similar story being seen on the other side. Light will have free farm, as it looks like the Doom already trying to make his way into the jungle, does already have Devour in level 1. Has consumed himself a Wildkin for that bonus Tornado. And Armgazi goes for the torrent onto Miracle Fans, but will just slightly miss. As you can see, the two centaurs coming in at minute 1 will be very difficult to deal with had he hit that torrent, but quite unfortunately for Team Angel Geniuses, they were not able to capitalize on that situation, and right now will lose one of his creeps to the Doom. So that's bonus gold and EXP as well for that Doom Ringer. Quite unfortunately, though, he missed the Centaur that still has a longer lifespan. This one will last for about 26 seconds longer. Look at this. I'm Gazi onto that Kunkka, just being harassed back with Arcane Kiss coming out onto him. So, being brought onto half HP, fakes out the Torrent. Well, this time cast it for real. We'll get a good connection. Medusa being brought down low, but Medusa is a range hero, so she's just able to stand further back while she hits the creep. And actually being killed by neutral creeps, Tidehunter, yep, spends all his gold. It's much faster for him to do this rather than walk back and regenerate, so just spends all his gold, dies to neutral creep, denies any sort of experience. And once he's got his level 2, Iron Talent TP straight into the top lane and looks to try to contest this juicy creep wave that comes down his tower, and as I said, that directly transitions straight into that neutral camp. No, stays in the tower. In terms of last hits and denies, that Morphling is unsurprisingly ahead of things, doing very well. 19 for 12 last hits right now, and that 20 for 13. Considerable free farm, and I'm not sure this is something you want to give to a Morphling. Kind of want to pressure him a little bit, not allow him this space. He's able to collect a very fast Lincoln Sphere if this continues. As well as when you consider that Team Angel Geniuses do have the slightly better team fight advantage. But Team Kangkong do have that better pick-off in terms of the Doom as well as the stuns coming out from the Ogre Magi. Torrent once again hits onto the Medusa, so she's been brought down low, doesn't have enough mana for the Mystic Snake. As we hit the 4-minute mark, it is nighttime now, so quite unfortunately vision will be reduced, except for the Enchantress, if I'm not mistaken. Still has 1000 range vision at night. I'm not sure if it's 1000 or 1800. But no movements coming along. Medusa being brought down low, but she's able to just stay in the lane. Mystic Snake will just push things out a bit. That Torrent, if it had hit, would have caused a lot of problems for him, but Arngazi onto that Kunkka has the final bottle charge remaining and will be able to just get his levels up. We'll have level 6 with the next creep wave. Interestingly enough, will X mark himself MTP backwards, so he's got a way to come back. And as X marks on that, it pops right back into that mid lane. Some aggressive wards coming out right now for the Dire team, as he does have some backup that's a bit hidden. Actually, that creep will just show off. So they've got some idea that the Enchantress is thereabouts in the mid lane. Going for the full combination, but that was a very interesting attempt. 5 stars for trying, but actually, as I say that, it looks like it's just a bait, but right now the Enchantress will be brought down low. The first blood will actually go to the Enchantress, who gets the kill onto the Medusa, the Centaur helping him out, and Arngezi on the Kunkka will be the next one to fall. It will be a 2-for-1 trade, so not really worth it, even to get the first blood, as the Kunkka and the Skyroth Mage falls. So not too bad. Because once again, as this happens, Team Angel Geniuses still have light onto that Morphling, farming away freely. 2.9k gold in terms of net worth. We'll be moving into perhaps the Lincoln Sphere next, and there you go, the beginnings of it already starting. The Ring of Health being picked up, Perseverance next, already to boot with the Ring of Aquila for that extra mana regeneration.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mr. Ray onto the Drow Ranger did have some contest with the Tidehunter, but now that he's left her alone, she's able to catch up as well. Does have Wraith Band as well as Power Treads. As it looks like the smoke will break right now. Arngezi in a lot of trouble. Curse of the Silent and Arcane Curse as well, following a Mystic Snake as well. Would go for the boat, but a little bit too much damage on the side of Team Kangkung for him to handle, and he just explodes. And just like that, the 3 heroes, the double damage onto the Silencer certainly helped as well with the damage output. Skywrath Mage still level 3, considerably under leveled and of course very under farmed. Just has brown boots to his name, nothing else to boot. Stingray on that Tidehunter, posturing himself, looking to go aggressive, but perhaps will pay the price as aggressive coming in right now. Ogre Magi as well as the Silencer. They should not show the Skywrath Mage because that means that 2 heroes will die instead of 1 right now. Gus pushing him back. Sting will be the first on the fall. Net coming out from the Doom as well, from the creepy consumer. Next to fall will be the Skywrath Mage as it's 2 for nothing right now. 1 for 5 in favor of Team Kangkung. 7 minutes into the game. Rotation is coming on just nice. Rotations coming in. Apologies for that. Kycer will be sorting things out really soon. But I assure you, you're not missing much right now, and as I say that, I lose my display as well. Oh, boat coming out somewhere, but I'm not sure what's happening. I can't see either. Oh, there you go, finally. Really sorry, didn't miss much by that. Kycer apologizes to the crowd. But 1 for 5 right now as we hit 8 minutes into the game. X-Mark, Torrent coming in onto the Doombringer. Well, this should not be a kill. It's a bit too tanky. Scorched Earth being popped as well as the Mystic Snake coming in. But the Snow coming in from the Skywrath Mage as well. TSS onto the Doombringer with the first one to fall. Light comes in as well. Another Torrent hits, and there you go. Enchantress gets another kill. 2 for 5. So Team Angel Genius is able to get the second kill of the game right there. Much needed. And Light coming in for that one, of course. That does have the most in terms of net worth, but not too far behind is that Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger sort of mirroring the Morphling's early game build, completes the Aquila and Power Treads. Similarly Aquila, but no treads yet for the Morphling. Still running over on brown boots, perhaps looking to go into the Boots of Travel at some point in the future. Deciding to save the goal instead for the Lincoln Sphere. What's over on the Courier? Nothing just yet. And Stingray will even try to pull the Dire Creep. And there you go, the Frost Arrows just coming out. Harassment over on the Stingray, finding it hard to pull himself away. That doesn't have a stout shield, interestingly, so will feel the full brunt of the attacks coming up the Drow Ranger. But of course, the Kraken Shell will help him wherever it can. Positioning well is Miracle as well as Holy over the Ogre Magi and Silencer, hiding themselves well. I don't really see them if you're on the Radiant side. But it looks like the Tidehunter knows that shenanigans are about, so he's just going to stay back. Knows that the heroes are missing. So good game sense there coming out from the Tidehunter. And as I say that, Medusa picks up the face boots about a minute earlier. Again, also has the Aquilas. And looks like she'll be looking to go into possibly a Dragonlance. Bloodlust coming out onto Mr. Rary of the Drow Ranger. The tower will be copping a fair amount of damage right there, just from a few right hits from the Drow Ranger. The Dire team slightly spread out right now, but similar things can be said about the Radiant. Just looking to try to farm up as much as they can, especially on Light, that Morphling, giving it as much space as possible. Angel Geniuses even losing a bit of the early game just to try to find this advantage, secure the footing for the Morphling, and guarantee that he has a good start into the mid game. The vision from the Radiant team is not too fancy, just able to see 2 heroes on the map, whereas the Dire team similarly do have an aggressive ward. It's been placed down to prepare for the push, but all the same, your wards don't really spot out your smokes, and there are heroes being smoked up right now. Let's see where they decide to go. They use a scan, successfully so. It looks like they're not going to go there. They have no direct vision there, so they're not sure where the rest of the enemy heroes are. As you can see, not being able to make a well-informed decision, but all the same, they do have Ravage up. Level 6 already. Skywrath Mage yet to hit level 6. but will do so in roughly about 3 creep waves if he's able to get some alone time. The mid tier 1 tower will finally come into pressure, and this is what is needed. It's an Enchantress. Just push and push and push as much as you can. Don't allow the other team to have the opportunity to rest. Glyph coming out. I'm gonna see if there's a defense coming out, but I doubt it. So the Enchantress push is a little bit too much, and as I say that, over in the top lane, looks like Mr. Ray Miracle fans will be looking to try to disengage. However, on the mid lane, TP is coming in. Doom trying to chase out, does have movement speed with a Scorch Earth, but will not pop it. Joe Ranger completed the Dragonlance already, has 300 gold to spare. Looks like they're going to congregate around this mid lane. Medusa will be going for that Yasha. Oiga Magi, Windlace, and Boots of Speed. And same doing with the Silencer. Doom does have the Tranquils completed, but of course he's got that comeback mechanism in the Devour, able to just get the bonus gold as well as experience. And they're going to try to push down this mid tier 1 tower on the side of the Radiant. Angel Geniuses, do they want to defend this? Oh, Torrent coming in, actually hitting 2, and Mr. Ray in a little bit of trouble. Arcane Bolt coming in from Richard. The Global Silence being popped right now. Doom as well, straight on the Kunkka, so no Torrent, no ship. But looks like the Enchantress will fall. Ravage finally coming in, hitting all 5 heroes, and Light streaming forward with the waveform. Tries to get as much damage as possible. Mr. Ray not being able to do anything as they are up in her face, but right now the Ogre Magi will be next to fall. It's a 2-for-1 right now, the trade. Doom should be the next one, but Light has to be careful. He's morphing into strength. Gus pushing them back, another Torrent hitting. TSS will be in trouble right now. He's trying to run around in circles, goes for a good flaming sword, and will be the next one to fall. As Morphling able to get that kill right there, looking to go for further kills right now. They're chasing the Torrent, goes off the wrong direction as Mr. Ray and the Medusa make their way out. Looks like it's going to go for an X mark right now. Yes, will be do so, but the TP is immediately coming in as the supports have already respawned. Team Angel Geniuses able to claw their way back 5-6 now, and we should expect, there you go, net worth surprisingly in their favor as well as XP. So that Morphling is just able to fly his way up, and it looks like we'll have this ultimate orb and just needs the recipe, and it's about 1,000 gold away from it before he completes his Lincoln Sphere. So we'll have it comfortably before the 15-minute mark in this game. Medusa does have that Yasha completed, possibly going to look into a Manta or even just leave it as it is. Light coming in to farm up this mid lane. Over the bottom lane, Enchantress harassing the Doom a little bit with the Skeleton Warriors, but there's nothing much she can do. There's the Drum of Endurance completed up on her. And she will try to push this bottom tier 1 tower, but will not be able to do it by herself. Needs some sort of backup. She is still squishy with, even though she has 4 points in Untouchable, she only does have 760 HP. Right now, Tidehunter coming in with a gush. A good net as well. Impetus strikes coming in. A lot of damage. Scorch Earth being popped. TSS trying to do the best he can. Can't even hit the Enchantress and will fall. That's a good gang coming out right now. And immediately Light coming in as well. Does have 13 seconds on his replicate should he so desire. But they will just continue by pushing this bottom tier 1 tower. And it should look to fall without any defense coming in. Holy onto that Ogre Magi. Try to see if he can do anything. But it is unlikely that he's able to do anything productive at all for the Dire team. 6 for 6 right now, equal on the skill score, as Team Angel Geniuses have found a footing finally in this game. Morphling leading the way in terms of net worth, but they've got to be careful that Medusa is slowly farming up in terms of items, and as predicted, Morphling picks up the Lincoln Sphere at 15 minutes in game. Looking at the item progressions over for both teams, a couple of arcane boots onto the Scarlet Mage as well as the Tidehunter. Other than that, the beginnings of a mechanism coming out from Stingray. Interesting that he's not going for the Blink Dagger first. But as I said that, let's just pause that for a while as we have some aggression coming onto this top lane. Replicate as well onto the Drow Ranger, but immediately being harassed down. So once he's stolen that Replicate, where is he going to send it to? Looks like he's just going to send it to a different lane, so he's just able to morph out should he face any trouble on this top lane, but quite unlikely as he's just able to clear up the creep wave. Doom, similar story on the bottom lane, perhaps looking to build into Drums of Endurance next, and I think it will be on the Courier. Yep, there you go, the Drum of Endurance recipe completed onto the Doombringer, so more attack speed and movement speed bonus when it's popped. But one cannot ignore the fact that the Tidehunter has completed the mechanism, so that's a good 250 HP that they can restore in the team fights. Team Kangkong not even looking to defend this top tier 1 tower, instead letting it go down, allowing them to refresh the glyph as Team Angel Geniuses is looking to push down as much as they can. There will be a trade right now, it looks like it, as the Dire team are over the bottom lane. Will clear out that bottom tier 1 tower quickly, but they still have the glyph, and of course the glyph will be refreshed once that tier 1 tower falls. Let's see, it looks like it can be a push race right now. Oh, that was an interesting decision to smoke. Immediately being spotted out and pinged out there by the observant eyes of Team Kangkong. They're looking to go for the high ground push right now. Mr. Ray Ray onto that Draw Ranger is at the ready to repel this push, to push it back, to rebuff the advances of Team Angel Geniuses, as all of them have returned back space. So all in all, they traded a tier 1, tier 2 for a single tier 1. More than worth it for Angel Genius, and this probably means that there will be a spike in terms of the net worth. And looking at the XP as well, it's sort of plateaued off a little bit at about 2,000. Not too much, but all the same time a significant value. Morphling completes the Boots of Travel, so will be even more elusive, able to split farm even more. The Medusa doing the best that she can with the Bloodlust, clearing out the Ancient stack. Just getting a little bit more injection of gold into her pockets. Will actually have the Lincoln Sphere recipe as well, so she's not too far off that. We'll just need the Perseverance, and it's roughly about 1,300 gold away from it. Should be able to get her on Lincoln Sphere by the 21-minute mark. But looking at how things go right now, Team Angel Geniuses, well, they've got a fair amount of vision. Same thing, unfortunately, cannot be said. Oh my goodness, they actually spot the Georgia. Ravage being popped, 3 heroes being hit. Immediately Mystic Flare coming out as well as the Impetus Global Silence, but it's too late. The Georgia's already fallen. Stone Gate's coming out, but they're trying to disengage. Light in the background, Sport coming in and will hit onto one hero, just the Medusa. But that's more than enough right now. Replicate of the Medusa, waveform forward from the Morphling. Wants to try to kill the Medusa, but the Mana Shield is there to prevent her from dying. The Doom instead will be the one to pay the price, and it's just going to be 2 heroes that fall right now. They're looking to chase. Good Torrent will hit onto the Silencer, and this will be more than enough. Infused Raindrops, not enough to save her. One more right click, and the swing of a sword, the Kunkka will bring down, making it 3-0. And suddenly, it is Team Angel Geniuses who've got the advantage in terms of kills, making the score 9-6 now. About 19 minutes into the game. As the Dire team respawns, looking to regret the fact that they were caught off guard right there. Global Silence a little bit too late, but all the same, Mr. Ray Ray died when he really shouldn't have, but it's okay. I think should be fine. They still have that Doombringer who's yet to come online. We'll be looking to build into what is going to be a Hood of Defiance, so even more magic resistance up against that Mystic Flare. Medusa now actually has completed the Lincoln Sphere, 21 minutes, and will reach her by then. Silencer, Infused Raindrops, Boots, Urn of Shadows as well, Ogre Magi, Infused Raindrops, Boots of Speed, that's about it. He's been buying most of the wards, I think so. Enchantress, Dragonlance of her own, possibly looking to go either into a 4-star, or could even go into that Aghanim Scepter immediately and become a pseudo carry. Scarith Mage looking to build into the Rod of Atos, about 200 gold remaining, or 250 gold remaining for the completion of that. Kunkka does have that Armlet of Modigian up and ready, 1,700 gold to spare. Last but not least, that Morphling already has the Ghost Scepter, so just about 3,000 gold away from completing the Ethereal Blade, which will be very significant in terms of blowing up heroes like the Joe Ranger, Silencer, and the Ogre Magi. That being said, Team Kangkong are grouping up together now. Notice how they're not farming separately. They've always got backup within reach. Same thing can be said for Team Angel Geniuses now. And they're leading the way with Light at the head of the Vanguard. Looking to push down this bottom tier 3. Looking to knock on the base of the Dire. But it looks like they're playing it safe. They don't really have any vision to continue with this push. So they're not able to make a decision on to where Team Kangkong possibly could be. And there you go, you see a pink line being drawn there by the Medusa, just indicating that the enemy heroes are within this vicinity. Blink Dagger, interestingly, being picked up from the Kunkka right now, as the scan being used and will hit. So a very dark map right now for Team Kangkong. Not much that they see other than what is at their own creep waves. Of course, coming in with a gank right now. They're looking to try to see if they can punish any movements right now, but Enchantress not the best target for this right now. They would prefer something slightly juicier. Drums being popped all the same. Oh, Gus actually misses, but that's okay. Enchantress will still blow up. 45 seconds on the sidelines. Does have buyback. Smoke gang right there. I think that Team Angel Geniuses will be okay with that. Could have been far worse. Enchantress was a hero that they were okay to lose. And
Radiant structures are
mid tier 1 tower fall, and as I said, that Ravage coming in on the backside of things. Global Size being popped a bit too late. Mr. Ray Ray again being the target of things. Stone Gaze as well being popped by the Medusa, and right now they've got 3 here in the Stone Gaze. Light pops the Ghost Scepter, the trick try avoid any more physical damage. TSS on the Doombringer going to the backgrounds, but the impetus coming in from range with the Enchantress doing so much damage. The mana shield still up the Medusa, so she's able to tank through, but not for so long. She's out of mana right now. She will fall next, but Miracle Fans will be the first one to fall before that. The Medusa will eventually fall with a triple kill going to the Morphling right now, who is on a mega kill streak and just 300 gold away from his Ethereal Blade. We'll get it after this tower as well as the creep wave. Now let's see if he gets the last hit on this tower, which will actually push him. No, actually gives it that Enchantress, but still will have enough for that F Blade and immediately purchases it.
Dire's middle tower.
505 the score of the Morphling right now. 0 deaths. Team Kangkong not knowing what to do, not spotting enemy heroes on the map, vision completely restricted, and Mr. Ray Ray, the Draw Ranger, being the target of all this engagement, does have that Sanjan Yasha, but has to be careful with his positioning. Can't be too far forward.
Roshan has fallen to the ring.
Morphling will pick up the Aegis, so will be even harder to kill. Does have that second life, as he is still without a single death just yet. Not to forget, he is on a mega kill streak. In terms of team net worth, almost 12,000 in favor of Team Angel Geniuses, 10,000 almost in terms of EXP. Angel Geniuses is farming the map efficiently, spreading the heroes out. And when Morphling has to replicate up and ready, of course, they're able to use that ability and abuse it. Kunkka, 1.4k gold, will probably be looking to build into damage items. Medusa just doing the best that she can. As tanky as she is, once she runs out of mana, there's absolutely no way that she's able to survive the DPS coming in from Team Angel Geniuses. Oh, actually reveals that there's one Mystic Flare as well, hitting onto Holy. Is this a solo kill coming out right now? One more Mystic Flare, Arcane Bolt. Oh, they actually popped the smoke for that just to save him, but right now being caught into no man's land is the Skyroth Mage. Arcane Curse will be on him, but the Enchantress will heal up with Nature's Attendant. So 13-8 now on the score in favor of Angel Geniuses. 8 deaths on the side of Kangkong. A very different story. That's a very interesting decision there by the Medusa, and looks like Team Angel Geniuses will want to take advantage of that. Curse of the Silencer coming in, blink forward from the Silencer, will they get in Ravage? But already the Silencer pops, and right now the Lincoln Sphere will be popped onto the Medusa. Looking to just try to get some right clicks. Boat coming in as well. Will it hit anyone? Nope. Misses completely. Light coming forward. The waveform looking to go. Ravage actually will hit onto 3 heroes right now. Medusa in the midst of thing. Ray as well. His positioning is a little bit too poor. Ethereal Bait coming out. Might have just saved him actually. And right now as we brought out Super as the Aegis will finally pop. Only 1 hero to drop, and that's a Silencer. Morphling will be coming up soon. Has to be very careful about how he places. Will there be a Doom coming on him? No. No Doom, as it was just used. Looks like all the other heroes are very low in terms of HP. That was a good fight for Team Kangkong actually. They did lose the Silencer but did get the Tidehunter in return and also protected their base. Considering that they didn't have the Stone Gaze, that was a more than acceptable outcome for them. It was of course key that Mr. Ray under the draw ranger survived that fight. He's already been caught off 2 times. We'll have 500 gold. We'll be looking to build up even more. Perhaps looking to go into a BKB. Just to help him a little bit survive against the damage. The magical lockdown on the side of Team Angel Geniuses. Medusa perhaps looking to go into the Eye of Skadi as his next item. Or even a Manta style. As he does have that Yasha in his inventory as well. And TP from the Morphling over in the top lane, just pushing it even more. Getting the split push coming in. Has morphed every single point into agility, only 1 strength. But does have the stats coming in from the Lincoln Sphere, the Yasha, the F-Blade, as well as the Ring of Aquila, providing him a 1000 HP. If he plays carefully, he won't actually need more than that. Does have 133 agility, meaning he's got 30 armor. Right now, 14 for 9 in favor of Angel Geniuses. What will Team Kangkong want to do right now? Popping down a sentry ward. But they're still staying on their high ground, not wanting to push off, not wanting to make a mistake. A single mistake that they make will be punished heavily because they have lost all their outer towers. Just the tier 3 remaining. Every lanes. Enchantress does have the 4 staff and will be indeed going for the Hurricane Pike. The Guardian Greaves over the Tidehunter, as well as that Blink Dagger at the ready. Rod of Atos completed on Skywrath Mage, so that's something as a long range disable for the Lincoln Sphere on to the Medusa, just to disable the Lincoln Sphere. Shouldn't be more than anything that. Also able to actually get his ultimate off entirely on a single hero once you have the slowdown. Enchantress playing aggressively, looking to see if he can pop any more damage. I'm gonna X mark onto Light to see if he can get a quick blow with the shotgun Morphling. Gus coming out, but it will be brought back by the X mark, so he will be safe even though if he couldn't morph out. Guardian Greaves as well right there, just to remove any more debuffs. Aether Lens completed on the Skywrath Mage. We hit the 30-minute mark. It looks like Team Angel Geniuses want to play this very, very carefully. Look at the vicinity of these 2 wards. Perhaps misplaced, but either way, Doom will be focused on early global silence. That's a very interesting ultimate coming up from the Silencer. No real threat there, but perhaps this will be the safe side, and that is 120 seconds without that ultimate, so this will be the green light for Team Angel Geniuses for some further aggression. There you go, the tower will move down, Gus will hit, but of course the Dex marks brings him right back. Impetus coming from long range, Stone Gates coming out, they should just head back around and disengage as much as they can. Torrent coming in, so 2 ultimates now being spent, Global Silence and Stone Gaze. And right now Team Angel Geniuses, they know that there are no more big spells right now on the side of Team Kangkong, just the Doom, and that is all. We'll hit the range racks just to prevent any of the regeneration coming in. Lincoln Sphere being popped, Morphling being brought down low, but don't forget, it does have that F blade just to escape from any physical damage. Morphling is probably going to go back to regenerate, does have a replicate up and ready, so he's able to come back. And X Mark onto the Kunkka, heading back out. This should be the time for the aggression, but with no real vision, they're not able to do much about that. Medusa does have that Orb of Venom, so with the completed Manta style as well. Lincoln's being popped. Looks like they're just gonna have this siege last for so long. Blink forward finally on the Tidans. Catches 5 heroes in the Ravage. Boat coming in as well. Will hit onto Mr. Rare and the Draw Ranger. Draw Ranger will fall. Medusa buys back, tries to come back in, but Draw Ranger's already dead. Will the Draw Ranger buy back? Yes, he will. Doom next to fall. Right now, it's double kill for Light. Will he go for another kill? Brought down low. Will finally fall. The Medusa and the Draw Ranger buy back. More than worth it right now. Now Stingray will be the next one to fall as the Frost Arrow slows him down. Stingray trying to turn things around the Gush and Anchor Smash, but should fall from this and will do so. It was a costly push there, which cost them the Morphling, even though they did get the tier 3 tower, but the buybacks from the Medusa and the Draw Ranger providing very, very costly. They won't have it in the next siege. Morphling lost very little in that. Even gained 130 gold actually. And we'll be going for that Manta style next, so even more elusive and harder to kill, as well as even more strats for him. As Kunkka indeed did go for that damage pickup in the Chrysalis, hoping for those lucky 1 crits. Medusa will have no buyback. Let's have a look at the buyback statuses. No buyback for the entire Dire team. They've got to play this one very, very carefully. Of course, that means that she's able to spend that money that she's been hoarding up. 2.6k gold on her, 2.7. No point keeping it if she's not able to buy back within the next 10 minutes. Skyreth Mage showing off in the mid lane with a cloak of his own, just to negate any of the magical damage. Let's have a look at the net worth graph. It does look to be slightly coming down, ever so slightly. There you go, that's the start of the dip. The Morphling kill was a big one, so the graphs will reflect that. But either way, there is still a Medusa on the map, and she is one of the best hard carries available once she has a full item slot. After she gets the Eye of Skadi, perhaps a BKB and another damage item, and she'll be good to go. She'll be able to defend any high ground push coming in. Looks like Team Angel Geniuses want to try to push this top lane again. Morphling's got to be a bit more careful this time around. Did die the last time, but this time around, no buybacks across the side of the Dire team. Arcane Curse coming out, going for the glyph as well. Looks like the illusion's more than enough to bring it down to about 1000 HP. But of course, Light still in the front of things, will disjoint most of that with the waveform. Guardian Greaves brings them back up to fighting strength, and they will continue their aggression. Looking at the positioning over the side of Team Kangkong, they want to avoid the 5-man Ravage again. They've got to be careful. They got caught off guard twice before. Hopefully there won't be a third time, as Medusa will be the frontliner. Both Lincolns being proc right now. Now coming in is an Ogre Magi, but the Manta swaps just comes in time. Global Silence coming out. The Kunkka not being able to cast his spells. Morphling being brought down low. Morphling will actually die from this. The BKB onto the Medusa. Both finding does come in, as well as the Ravage catching all 5. But the BKB onto the Medusa is just doing so much damage. It's just racking as much as he can. But the Impetus coming in. No more Mana Shield. One more Impetus, but she's been kited. The Enchantress trying to deal the damage, but not being able to do so. The Silencer will be the one to fall. 120 damage being blocked by the infused raindrops, but eventually, of course, will still fall down. TSS in a bit of trouble. 2 for 1 run on the trade. Doom will be the next one to fall. 3 for 1. No buyback except for the Doom. It looks like this will be a lane of frags. Yes, they got the Morphling, but quite unfortunately, the fighting strength behind the Morphling was more than enough. Kunkka getting a good Oh, actually, Blink Forward from Stingray goes to the Gush as well. Medusa is in a lot of trouble now. Will have to put the Stone Gates. It's out of mana as well. Has to be very, very careful. Ghost Ship coming in. Will actually hit onto Mr. Rary on the Drow Ranger, but that's going to be the end of the engagement. And it looks like they will continue to bring down this melee racks on the top lane of Team Kangkong. And instead, as I said, they just hit back again. Perhaps not confident in their abilities. And pinging out for the big man who's already respawned, of course. So the regen will be 5 per second, so this will slowly regenerate up back to full HP.
Gold for my chest.
That BKB on the Medusa really turning things around there. So once again, just a couple more damage items. Medusa will be able to repel most of the push. The Drow Ranger also still yet to come online. Does have 2.3k gold. Having a quick look at the vision of Team Kangkong right now. There's not much that they see. A couple of aggressive wards, but that's about it. Whereas on the side of Team Angel Geniuses, they've got some illusions at the ready. Just to scout things out in case anyone decides to make their way, and very quickly, Roshan will fall. Aegis once again goes in the hands of Light the Morphling. Lines being drawn by the Morphling over the top lane. They want to continue pushing. They failed the push twice. Will there be a third time? Lucky, or will Team Kangkong instead turn it around once the Medusa is in fighting shape, as well as the Drow Ranger, who's interestingly enough not spent any gold yet. As we look at the buyback status, it's still on cooldown, but they will have it within the next minute. So that's probably the reason why they are keeping their stash of gold right now. Light on that Morphling. Will be X marked. Waveform forward. And will be even 4-star further deeper, but that X-Mark brings him back. Manta style illusions will continue to hit onto the melee racks, but Mr. Rary finally coming in. F-Blade as well as a shotgun coming in. Self-use coming in onto Holy Ogre Magi, so he will survive with the barrels of HP. Pipe being popped right now, but that melee racks will look to finally fall. There you go, the racks will fall, but Light is in a lot of trouble right now. Doom being popped as well as Global Silence, but there's just the Aegis and Monster Stone Geese as well right now. The Morphling is in the middle of things. The backup is far away. Will Self goes up there, Blink forward as well as the Ravage hits on 3, but Mr. Rary in the backside of things, trying to hit as much as he can, but that's it. Buyback coming up with the Doom, but it has no Doom, so not being able to do much. Mana Shield is no more mana onto the Medusa. She will buy back as well. She has it and she will use it. And right now this looks to be the final fight right now. No heroes on the side of Team Angel Geniuses have yet fallen. Oh, actually, getting the crit onto that Ogre Magi after hitting an Armgazzy will be the next one to fall. Torrent will actually catch just at the periphery onto the Medusa. So the Medusa bites back for that. The Kunkka with his armlet gets the kill onto the Ogre Magi. Finally, they get that top lane of racks, and they will look to continue to push onto a different lane. Or they could perhaps wait for the Aegis of Immortal. Again, this is a single elimination, so the loser will be sent home packing. Looks like after spending that buyback, Medusa does have about 1.5k gold left in the bank. It'll be interesting to see what items he decides to go for. While Mr. Ray Ray edging ever closer to her BKB of his own. Yeah, at 10 o'clock sharp, everyone lost connection.
Oh no.
Now I'm back in the game already. Now okay already. Now the players will resume when they're ready. We'll resume this game after that slight hiccup. It looks like at 10 o'clock sharp the disconnection occurred for just a millisecond, but it means that everyone lost connection to the lobby. But fortunately, here we are, still here, 24 to 12, 41 minutes into the game. So all the heroes making their way out from their own fountains right now. It looks like Daedal has been completed on the Conquer already, so once those one hit crits, 700 damage. Medusa, 2.2k gold. And it's a ticking time bomb right now for Team Angel Geniuses. If they don't succeed in this push, very quickly they'll find problems once that Medusa gets even more items on her. And right now she's walking straight into a trap. That's going to be the Medusa not actually being meant to bounce out. Global Silence as well. The Yules on the side answer not being able to pop that Ravage just yet and is actually being isolated. But right now Torrent comes in, hits an illusion, but that's about it. So Global Silence expended for that. Right now, Team Angel Geniuses will want to push onto this mid racks. Blink forward, Athlete, Shotgun. Oh, not enough damage. Not enough damage. Sanjin Yasha, BKB, as well as the Dragonlance having a little bit too much stats. Finally, here, blinking forward is Tyranta, unable to find a good Ravage position just yet. Morphling as well, coming in forward with the waveform. CSS at the backline of things will get a good hook net onto Light and actually does get a successful dupe as a two-man Torrent. Boat coming in as well. CSS in a lot of trouble. Two-man Ravage, BKB from Miserere, and he crits coming off the Kunkka, not just yet. Impetus coming in from range. Medusa should look to fall from this. Looking to kite it as much as possible. She's actually being able to survive. The team fight finally will fall. It's a mega kill right now for Angazi onto the Kunkka. One last Impetus and there you go. 4 kills for nothing and there it is. GG being called. Kycer, back to you, my friend. Sorry? Until 11. Yeah, this one done already. Can reset up. Yeah, 10 o'clock sharp on stuff.